No, it's not the usual late night streamer. She's in the morning. Oh my god, I woke up like a freaking 5 minutes ago. I'm so not a morning person. Hold on, I gotta go get like some caffeine. Give me a sec. They've started the stream too, so in terms of like it's their countdown. So I'll be right back. Nate's just sitting in the hallway like, bleh. You gotta hate time zones. I know, right? Time zones aren't always the best here. I know. I know. Hold on. I even tried to go to bed a little early. Make sure I was all ready. You know. Am I like fully conscious? No. Thanks for asking. Morning, I know, very early morning. This is even before my normal like getting up for work time. But Funcom offered to you know, offered content creators to come and watch along, and I watch the dev streams anyway, so I figured why not. I figured why not. Pause the Christmas music. The nice, pretty Christmas music. There we go. I don't know if you guys want the Twitch chat on. Do you guys want to see the Twitch chat? Like I said, this is way beyond Wispy's normal time. Wispy's like usually still sleeping right now. Morning. Morning, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out for such an early stream. Oh, also, drops are live now, guys. They have some new drops to finish out the set they've started since launch. We are multi-streaming. So if you guys are over on YouTube and you guys want some drops, don't worry. We will be streaming some more Dune tonight. So you guys will be able to, like, you know. Or if you guys want to hop over and just have the stream open on another tab to earn the drops. We have some people who earn the drops and just hold on to them for when the console release happens. They said console release is next year, so maybe they'll bring some more info about that. I don't know if they will, but is there ever a time where Wispy's not yawning on stream? Probably not. We also have some really fun, I have some fun announcements to make tonight on proper stream, you know, on normal stream. Can you guys hear can you guys hear their stream? Their music's kind of low, but can you guys hear it? Hey, Johnny T Blaze, welcome in. How you doing? Lead them to the North Pole, Lisan Al-Gaib. I didn't pass out until like 1:30. Like 2 o'clock's usually my normal bedtime. It's cold as fuck. Dang. I think you may have some of my heat tech because I can't find him. No, Wispy is definitely not a morning person. 1000% not a morning person. Like, it usually takes me like 2 hours after I wake up to get my brain fully engaged and going. It is how... This is... I got my home from my work time. Oh, well, you know, a nice welcome home stream for Kay in the morning. What's we doing? Wake up 3 hours after she get to work. More like 2. More like 2. Oh! There goes the webcam. Knock the webcam over. Because my chair is a tad too high. I was making Christmas cards last night, so I needed the chair a little high. Don't know much about Dune, but reading God Emperor Dune was fun. Hell yeah. Well, God Emperor Dune is like the 4th book in this series, so you may have been a little confused, to be fair. Oh my god. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about Dune lore or whatever, you guys can definitely ask Wispy. I am a big book fan. I don't know everything, but I do know a good amount of lore still. I love the music in this game. Oh my god. Up here. Johnny, thank you for your follow, man. Do know this is not my normal stream time. I'm usually like late night, so, but I do, like I said, I do stream. I don't stream Dune as much at the moment just because we're going through some other games, but it is, one of my, I really enjoy it. I still haven't done a lot of like chapter 2 story content stuff yet because you know, just working on other games, namely like trying to balance Expedition 33 through everything. But I really do enjoy this game. It does have its problems, as all games do, especially live service games. But I'm hopeful the devs can right things around. I mean, if WoW can take many L expansions and come back around, I'm sure Dune can. Final Fantasy XIV is going through a bit of an L expansion right now, and I'm sure they'll bring it back around. Sometimes, you know, things need to kind of fall on their face a little bit to figure out how to write things. So that's what Chapter 3 is supposed to have, is a lot of these stuff that the player base wants. As far as I'm aware, the base backup tool is already in the game now. So, how's everyone this morning though? We ready for some Dune news from the devs? I've watched every single dev stream, by the way. I haven't streamed every single one, but I have watched every single one. That's actually what made me decide to get to play the game, was actually one of their dev streams, because the dev team is such big book fans. But Chani was politically literate. They butchered Chani in the movie. Oh god, I am not a fan of movie Chani. I don't know if you're new here, Wings Clipped Wolf over on YouTube, but I absolutely can't stand movie Chani. I didn't mind her so much in the first part and like the beginning of the second part, but like I absolutely couldn't stand her by the end of the second part. I'm like, I'm almost on team fuck it, just AU it and go with Ulran. Why this shit not? Like, why this shit not at this rate? God. So I don't know what they're gonna do in part 3 to try and bring it closer to the book. They need to pull some extra freaking weight that they shouldn't have had to pull. You know, like man, it's Lappy. Hi, good morning, YouTube. Not my Johnny. Wispy opens caffeine supply. I opened my Dr. Pepper, which Gamer Subs has more caffeine in it, which by the way, use 10%. Use a code of your favorite creator that isn't me just yet to get 10% off of any Gamer Subs. But I haven't opened up the Gamer Subs yet because I'm probably gonna go back to bed for a couple hours after that. So I don't want like too much caffeine. I gotta mail some Christmas stuff today and then get some more Christmas wrapping done today. So that, outside of streaming Dune and pulling for the Kitas on Black Card later tonight, is the big thing. Because I play Uma Musume and Nikke. Those are my gacha games of choice. Remedy looking I'm not too happy about Control Resonant at the moment. I'm honestly not. They're gonna have to sell me a bit more on it. I want to see more of the gameplay, and I'm not a fan of not being able to play Jesse again. But how you doing, Stelly? Good morning. This is like your normal hour time. This is Stelly's normal time. Base tool is in the game. That's what I thought. I haven't used it yet because as soon as you use the base backup tool, it like takes your base out of the game. And I've been waiting to see what's going on with our server to see if it's getting merged. So, good thing you got new ones, Leppy. I can't find one of the socks. It's missing. Wispy yawning is a staple here, like story-driven trauma. True. Even the Dune Awakening Chapter 1 story had trauma. I haven't finished Chapter 2 yet. Please don't spoil it. I did kind of figure out the plot line though for the Lost Harvester DLC, and I wasn't too terribly surprised by the big plot twist at the end of Chapter 1. But that's just because like I've read like 5 Dune books, so I know. Actually, no, I've read 8 of the Dune books, so I kind of know the way of the land. It was one of those. It's not surprising, but it was fun to see. That's what they did, anyways, kind of thing. Use code Leppy to make it real. We need a much bigger viewer base to make it real. I need much more followers on social media to make it real. Whose movie Chani did? Chani, C-H-A-N-I. She's played by Zendaya. I'm pretty sure how Zendaya plays the part is namely how she was directed to play the part. Because I don't want to say like she's a bad actress. I think because I've only seen her like in the Spider-Man movies, and I don't really judge that as a good like acting repertoire because they locked the characters into like being such a certain way in the new Spider-Man movies compared to like the other ones. So I imagine if they decided not to rewrite Chani as the point of view character to show, hey, what Paul was doing wasn't such a great thing. That was the whole point of Stilgar. Things would have been a lot better. But they decided to make her that for some stupid reason, so. Wispy bleeds Dr. Pepper and pizza sauce. True. How much Dune books is there? Well, there's the initial 5 that Herbert wrote, and then his son wrote a whole bunch of prequel and sequel books, but the sequel books are like absolutely stupid. So I read 3, like what's called the House trilogy, and they're basically the books that are supposed to lead right up into the foundations of like the first Dune book. So I read all 3 of those, and I've read up through God Emperor of Dune. I need to read Chapter House and no, it's not Hunters. What's the other one? The one after Chapter House. Okay, Chapter House, and then what's the one before Chapter House? I keep getting Chapter House and the other one backwards, like in release order. Heretics. Yeah, so I need to read Heretics and Chapter House of Dune still. Those take place like 1,500 years after Dune Awakening. God Emperor Dune. And God Emperor of Dune takes place like 3,000 years, I think it is, after Children of Dune. There's a lot of time skipping in Dune. It's a very, very long story in terms of time span. And if you're talking about like some of the Butlerian Jihad trilogy stuff, those books take place 10,000 years before the start of the first Dune book. So oh, Remedy's looking for playtesters, eh? I mean, I can try to hop in on it. I was a playtester in during for Firebreak, and it was quite boring. Like after about 3 hours. I know it was a playtest of like a beta thing, but I was like, damn, after 3 hours, like the replayability in terms of like the interest in it kind of went away. Now, I haven't played it since they updated everything because I'm kind of not happy with how they've been doing the story direction for oh, here we go. Let me know if you guys need it louder, okay? What's my girl, Sand Mom?
Hello everybody, and
Sand Mom
welcome
rough.
to another Dune Awakening live stream. It's our 6th, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
And it has been a while. I'm Natasha Rösli, Senior PR Manager here at Funcom, and I have the pleasure to be your host for tonight.
Oh, I guess it is nighttime there, huh?
We have a lot to go through. As I mentioned, it has been a while since our last live stream. But what's actually coming up, you see here on the side, we are going to talk about Endgame revamp. Very exciting part of our stream today.
That's what most people want.
We're also going to talk about Dungeons and Augments.
Augments?
We're going to talk about the expansion or the extension of the main storyline, quality of life changes.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Raiders of the Broken Lands.
That's their next DLC.
The optional paid DLC. That's coming out together with Chapter 3. And we also do a big Q&A in the end. We do something a little bit different now for today's stream because it's such a long stream and because we have quite big segments, quite exciting segments. We do a Q&A after each segment additionally as well.
Oh, wow,
so if you have any questions, we will be collecting them from chat and answer them for the specific segment.
If you guys got questions, I'll try to ask in chat, okay?
Have questions that are specifically for that segment and for that topic that we talked about. But then towards the end, we'll have a last Q&A to kind of collect some of the questions that we haven't answered previously. And we also have a giveaway at the very end of the stream. So don't start spamming chat too early or I'm coming back to your house. All right. But as I mentioned, it has been a while since we have done our last stream for Chapter 2. That's because we have been very busy behind the scenes. So let's take a quick look at all the updates that we've done.
Yeah, they dropped some trailers, but they're going to show them, so I don't want to watch them yet.
Quite a lot of new things have been added to the game for quality of life changes, additional content as well. With the last update as recently as 2 days ago, actually, on Tuesday, that brought a few new really cool things as well. For one, we have the base reconstruction tool now in the game that gives you the opportunity to back up your base and then easily place it out again. So if you take a little break from the game, you have to go on vacation, you can actually use that tool. It should kind of relieve a little bit of the pain of coming back or taking a little break from the game for one reason or another. We also added the cargo container, which helps you transport lots of material and items in one go via a ornithopter, which is actually really fun to do as well.
They just added in the ornithopter, and someone in Twitch chat's like, please add more slots for the cargo containers.
Your client 2 days
Brother,
ago,
what do you mean?
We also had a little surprise, a little thank you from us here at Funcom in the free pack, the Gift of the Sands free pack.
I need to look into this
still. Some really cool placeables for you to play around with. You can see here a strategy table.
Oh shit!
Miniatures that you can actually place. So something from us as a thank you.
And
a little
that's the big treat he was talking about.
Festive for the holiday season. So yeah, if you haven't updated,
I'm one step closer to being able to remake the garden from the Arrakeen Palace. Let's go. I want to remake it so bad.
Another thing that actually went out 2 days ago was regarding a community request that we had, because some people might not have Twitch accounts. So it's actually now possible to buy older Twitch drops from in-game vendors at Harco Village and Arrakeen.
An eggnog latte.
So we did that as well. So obviously newer Twitch drops, new Twitch drops are actually live right now as well. All the Twitch drops are on those vendors, and as we get more and more Twitch drops, these will get added to those vendors as well. So right now the Twitch drops are actually
hello, welcome in.
The
Good morning.
building set for you.
Yes, nightly check-in, because usually I'm streaming at night.
Now,
this is like a special
with all of that
circumstance.
out of the way, let's get into the new and exciting stuff. So
Let's
Chapter
go.
3 is around the corner, and it's our biggest and most exciting
I hope they have Joel
update
on
to Dune
today. I
Awakening
love
to
Joel.
date.
He's so funny.
I think I speak for everyone here when I say we're very excited for you to experience and see this new content. Check it out. This update, this chapter has also been built with your feedback in mind. So we have been looking at feedback, we have been following discussions, and one thing was very clear, that you were really looking for more diverse and more interesting ways to specialize and progress your character after tier 6, like end game, late game. And also that you were looking for more content to do, of course, once you're in tier 6. So this update is specifically addressing and putting system into place that lay a foundation for us to exactly do that for you. So I am done yapping now, so let's take a look at the announcement.
I'm not done yapping, though. Done yapping, she says.
Chapter 3 is the biggest update to Dune Awakening yet. A rebuilt endgame, new maps, missions, testing stations, and much more.
Yo, is that an arena?
Choose among the great houses and take on Landsrad missions. that
Oh,
further
thank
your
God.
specialization as a crafter, gatherer, explorer, fighter, or saboteur. 10 new
I like that.
locations are available across the overland map, each
Ooh.
with new challenges. These include 5 new Imperial testing stations with scalable difficulty and rewards.
Ooh.
Once you completed these challenges, return to your base and craft augments, a new way to upgrade your tier 6 gear and progress in the endgame. Dozens of augments are
Ooh.
available for weapons and armors. Speaking of weapons, new dual blades provide a unique way to approach melee.
Let's go. Dual wielding.
The rapier
Wispy loves dual
Reborn
wielding here.
turns attack into defense in a single fluid motion. And from afar, the pyrocket smokes out.
Oh, shit,
those
yo.
who think they can hide.
Peons, bondsmen, now familiar. Let the battle begin!
The main story of Dune Awakening
Oh, that's main story.
continues in Chapter 3 with the new storyline.
Wait, did they say nah, Baron? Oh,
Infiltrate
shit.
the arena in Neo-Carthag and fight in bloody gladiatorial battles.
I give you the degenerate killer!
Then reunite with a familiar ally and descend into the heart of the smuggler domain.
It's not every day we get visitors here.
Chapter 3
Yo,
also
look at that
launches
base.
with a DLC. This includes a full 74-piece smuggler building set,
Holy
a
shit.
17-piece decoration set, 3 armor sets, and more. This is Dune Awakening, Chapter 3, a rebuilt endgame.
I really
deeper
would like them to add more to,
systems,
like,
new
some more
missions,
pieces to the Dune
new
Man set.
weapons, and new ways to define your role.
They came in nameless.
If it's nah, Baron, that should be Fade, yo.
Please stay
Holy
tuned
shit.
for more Chapter 3 details and see you.
Early 2026, huh? Okay, so I was thinking this was gonna be like after February. So this is actually gonna be sooner than that. Okay.
So as you probably saw, there's a lot
Eat
of
the Christmas
things
socks.
in that trailer, and there's a lot of things to go through. And we are going into the first segment, which talks about our
Wispy's
new
never done
endgame.
yapping.
And I
This
have
is
two
true.
Very exciting guests with me to talk about that. Let's do a round of introduction.
Yes. Hello, my name is Ole Andreas. I'm production director on Dune Awakening.
Hi, I'm Viljar Sommerbach. I'm the game director on Dune Awakening.
The man in
He's
the
our
middle needs a
VIP
mic.
Today. That's the reason he has like his own proper microphone.
Oh, his mic's just low, I guess.
Oh, actually, all right.
All right.
Audio
My
issues.
microphone doesn't work, so I'll have
They
to
heard.
use this. Hello, my name is Ole Andreas, and I'm the production director on Dune Awakening.
All right. Just like game
I like
development,
his
we'll deal
sweater.
with things that get thrown at us.
Does it work
All
now?
good. So we just, was that okay?
Does it work
all good?
now?
I really cannot check right now, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So chat, let us know if you could hear both of them.
If it doesn't.
Okay, all good. Perfect. All right. So, endgame revamp. As I mentioned, like, Chapter 3 is really done with player feedback in mind, which also means we did actually revamp a lot of systems and mechanics.
Because
that go
chapter 2 was
into- or we
probably
actually
already in the
added
pipeline by the
system and
time people's
mechanics that go
feedback was coming
into
back, so that's probably why it was
progression
chapter 3.
and kind of customization for your character as well, for different playstyles and such.
Why do they got a
And
giraffe on the
while
shelf back there?
these systems are all new, one thing that is still there is the Landsrad. But it has changed a little bit. It's still there to deliver content to our players, but tell us
You know,
more.
every
about
house
this.
needs a swatch for every type of armor, including still suits.
All right, so when we launched the game, our intention was always for the Landsrad to be an activity driver. That's always been the design intention behind it. So basically what we've done with Chapter 3 is we've built on top of that. So we've taken the Landsrad and we've created a bunch of new activities for the players to do.
I think we should actually have an example of that too, if I remember correctly. But
Yeah, maybe we'll get something on screen. But yeah, so basically what you're going to do,
that
as soon as
live
you
in-game?
reach faction rank 5 on either of the factions, with the Landsrad now, you will have a new menu. Oh, look at that. Some nice little emote.
Camille is taking a nice bow. Love it.
Our base is so
There we
cool
go.
looking.
Yeah, so here you see the Landsrad menu. It's pretty much exactly how you remembered it.
Right.
So you still have the Landsrad with the two factions fighting over the dominance of the board.
What's this 1,000
hopefully
voting
winning
power
a
for the
sister rad
Harkonnens?
or-
What is
or
this
just winning the
nonsense?
Landsrad to, in the end, secure votes to vote for your decree. And you still have your personal rewards and everything. But there is a change to it. So now Camille basically just clicked one of those tiles to want to do a mission. And now you're basically selecting a mission to support that house. So
Oh,
house,
thank goodness.
Mauritani, which is selected here. So as Camille just did, he went to go and show more
Thank you for the
about that
hydrate,
mission.
Francis.
Good
morning, brother. What's up?
Now you're in the brand new menu, the Landsrad mission menu. And I think, yeah, it's a ton of new stuff in there. I guess we can go a bit deeper into it. So the menu that we're seeing on the left side now, scrolling through, and he's highlighting there is 5 basically different categories of missions. You have the one called subtlety, which might be renamed to sabotage. And then
Oh,
you have
this
gathering,
if this plays
crafting,
out the way they're
combat,
saying, this is gonna be
and
great.
exploration. And then we'll come back to those, but those different categories represents different specialization progression paths that you as a character, or you as a player and as a character, can progress through. So you'll be able to specialize and evolve your character into either of those. I was just looking at Ignacy on the side here. Yeah, so you can see Camille here has 2 missions accepted already. There's room for 3 that you can have accepted at one time.
Okay.
And you can also see there the
So
different
I want.
rewards
So it
and
looks like you can do
description
one house
for-
at a
for
time
that
then.
mission. So yeah, the team's been hard at work building out cool missions for you guys to go and explore. And these missions will take you to new locations, as well as some of them taking you to Haga Basin or existing locations. But yeah, now we're seeing Camille basically accepting that mission, and then once you accept it, you have to also select which house you want to represent while doing it. And this will then go back to the voting power and basically winning the Landsrad when you finish the mission.
Okay, I'll put a question in chat. Let's see if they
and
answer.
then I guess we can go a little bit further into the rewards. So as you see there on the left side,
One dude's like,
there's
make
a
the
reward
Landsrad
section.
rewards account
This
bound,
is,
not character
rewards that
bound.
you will get
Nah, man, that kind of
just by
defeats the
completing
point.
missions. So you can see here 6,000 Solari.
Show her some respect and
350
wear
XP,
shoes
and
next
then,
time.
1,000 Landsrad
Brother!
contribution.
Poor on.
points.
Poor.
Those
Jeez.
we will come back
What's wrong
to,
with the man's Christmas
as
socks?
well at a later point. And then you have
Oh,
something.
man, thank you for the
unique
morning
on the
cookie
right-hand side here,
delivery.
which is what we
Oh.
Currently call bonus
I have
rewards,
a. It's kind of hard to show my
which
hands
are
because of my
limited
cloak.
by
they're there.
a currency, I guess, a credit that you can see at the bottom there, which is 5 mnemonic recollection points.
Yeah, what's?
You have
Oh,
5,
that's the augment
of
system.
these
I
to
bet.
start with, and then you get 5 every day, up to a max cap of 35. And then for those,
House script?
you will
What's
get
the house script
some nice
for?
bonus rewards. And then I can basically go into the top one, which is combat XP, and that will flow back into the
Accept dice.
specialization loop, which we'll go back to. House grip, which is a currency you can use to buy off-world
Hi,
components
Phoenix.
for,
Good morning.
which will then
How are you?
basically tie into the crafting later. And then you will gain faction standing, which now is important because we've increased the faction rank from 5 to 20.
Yes.
Yes.
Talk a bit more about that as well.
I'll just mention one thing. It's that you can do 5 of these per day, and Ola said 35, but that's 35 per week, basically, that you can do. So, yeah.
Also, you see that it says
Okay.
combat XP there because we actually did choose a combat mission, and you get experience according to the different
So then, like,
section that you're choose, like crafting. Or, yeah, now it says crafting.
so I
And
get you could
sabotage
probably do
experience,
35
of
through
course.
this
So
menu, but then if
going
you're
into that whole
engaging in
thing
like
of- so you can
stuff
actually choose something
in
that
the
you
deep
like
desert, you can
doing,
still
like your
add
play
more to the
style, right?
Lands
So
Rad,
you're
maybe?
not forced to do combat if you don't like combat. You're not forced to do crafting if you're really not a crafter, and so on. So more specialized in that sense.
Yep. And I think you mentioned it earlier. For us, this is a foundation that we've
Yes.
laid now, and we want to build on top of. So we want to hear and see what the players enjoy playing, and then we can see how we can expand upon that with further
100%
missions
they
and
need to,
further
like-
locations to do that. I do want to mention something. So you see, this is a separate menu, a separate tab. Of course, you can come at this from either angle if you wanted to. So if you wanted to,
They need
go
to make
there
it
from
where
the Landsrad menu and
the
select
faction battle between the
which house you
Atreides and
wanna
the
represent,
Harkonnen
because now
matter
you want to continue fighting
Like,
for a Sisselrod
in-game,
about to
gameplay
that
wise.
your faction is about to capture. Then obviously,
Obviously, picking the Lands Rad to vote for you like one way or another is one thing, but like that needs to be, especially like in PvP, that needs to like really be there more too.
The type of activity you want to do.
All right, I think, should we just jump into a mission? Should we follow Camille and see what the mission can look like?
Okay, so they've got Observer set in this build.
And comment on
Yeah,
what
so
we're using right
so
now?
Ola mentioned that we have missions.
Oh,
that
is
go
that the
to
new looking
Hydra
Thopter
Basin,
from that
but
set
we
that's
also
coming
have
out in
new
Chapter
maps
3?
on
That
the
looks
Ola
really
map that we
cool.
can go to.
I like how it's all rugged and
They're
beat down.
both outside maps and
Har,
we also
har,
have
Thopter.
dungeons, that you can go to there.
We'll just
That's a
you
cool
wanna
ass
comment on
base.
the ornithopter? Yeah.
I just wanted to comment because it's really cool.
No,
some
that is a
people might
cool
have
base. I
already
like it.
noticed in chat. The nice little ornithopter that Camille is flying here is one of the well, it's the new ornithopter skin. You can go and have a look at it from the outside. Looks really dope. It's the smuggler one, and yeah, you'll be able to buy it from a vendor in the world.
So
And
it's
then
not
Oh, you'll be
part
able to
of
buy
the
it in the
paid DLC, This is
game.
actually part of the free content.
free part, yes.
Yes.
And you can
Oh,
also see
part of the free
Camille's
update.
base
Okay.
here, built using the awesome Observer building set. Looks really
Including
nice.
the bigger doors.
Yes.
the really big
Oh,
doors.
wow,
Thank
it's the great
God,
doors.
Actually fit
big
your body
doors. There's a. Oh
Also
my
part of the
God,
Chapter
they need to
3,
retroactively
we
add
have
that to the other
garage
sets
doors.
too.
Yes.
You can finally go in. It's a 3x2. You can finally go in and drive your vehicles through a garage door, and they'll be coming in the different factions variants as well.
There we go.
They're gonna get tired of me
Alright.
typing in
You
chat.
can also see the buggy variant. of
Hi,
the
Ted,
smugglers.
good
Yeah, sorry, I
morning.
was.
Oh, and for the
Camille
cookies,
was,
I'm sorry. I'm like so not a
lightly
morning
hinting
person.
at it, but
Wespy,
yeah,
I'm trying to
it's
sleep.
really,
Wait,
really
it's
cool.
nighttime. Why are you Wespy? I am, yes.
Okay.
Special Dune
Now we're back
stream.
into the
So.
ornithopter, and we are going to join a lot of those missions.
I
to see what
love.
it looks like.
Oh, I'm so glad they added those doors,
So
but
yeah,
they need to
as,
add like
Camille is
versions of it
flying
to the
out,
other
to go and
building
get that
ones.
mission.
So like to the Atreides and the
Um,
Harko sets for
We'll
sure.
see some exciting new changes.
I want things to
on the
match,
Overland
okay?
As well.
Although they don't have to match. But like I would like a set that matches one for that matches like what my base is namely built
I
out
don't know
of,
if
right?
you are able to see it as well, but there's some nice little new streaks on the wings of the ornithopters when they glide.
Oh yeah,
Really
there's
love
wind
them.
streak.
The air.
Yeah,
The,
Aw.
I think it adds-
Condense. I don't know what is it.
Visual
officially? Maybe someone in chat
representation.
knows what they're officially called. I think there's an official name for them, but I don't know what.
adds a bit of flair. I like it.
Those aren't
Absolutely.
the chemtrails, RJ. Contrails. Chat's saying contrails. I guess they're contrails. Papa would know. He's a airplane person. He knows these things.
All right. So yeah, welcome to the Overland map again. I guess
I'm
we
so
can
glad
comment
there's
a
gonna
little
be
bit
more
about
on
that
this
as
map.
well. Do you want to comment on it?
I just wanted to mention that Camille had a mission selected when it went in here, and it actually auto-selected the map marker for it, so that the map direction, so he can actually follow it without wandering.
Request
across the
more
entire
zoom out on
So
the
it's
world
more
map? Oh, that's a
quality
good
one thing
idea.
That I think is good.
And I think a few of the
They've
cool
added
changes you'll see
it
to the overall
where
map, it
as
looks
the
very
thopter
different,
is
it has a
going
bit
through
more
the
visual
air,
flair
it
to
has the little like where you can see it where it's cutting the
also
air
a
and
big
people are
change
saying
that
that's
we did was
contails.
that
Oh,
we
good
removed
morning,
the
Nate.
water and,
Did you have a good
fuel,
breakfast?
loops, so you don't have those survival elements.
Nate's
on the
going
overall
back to
map
bed.
anymore.
The
It
cat
would,
is like it's bedtime.
It does feel like a cleaner experience right now, and a ton of new ton of new locations have been added to the overland map. So now you even have categories in terms of which locations you can go to. So you can see here the different story missions, and
Oh,
then
you can
you'll
go
see
back
the
to
different,
previous story missions.
locations that
Oh,
we are,
good, because I really like that
adding in
water
chapter 3 as
dude's
part of the
place.
Lancer
That was a
missions.
cool zone.
And
That
then,
was a cool map. I really like that
lastly, you
area.
have a tab for the 5 new testing stations, in which I think we'll have a deeper look at one of them later.
Yeah.
And then one of
Man, the
next segments.
PvE and the
One, not two, not
PvPers
three,
are
not
freaking
four, but
eating
five.
each other alive
Yes.
in the like Twitch chat.
But yeah,
Like,
it's really cool.
Don't
to
some
see
people want
everything come
PvP
together
deleted?
because
Other
it's
people are
been,
like, no,
doing
delete
an amazing
PvE.
job.
I'm like,
Absolutely, shout out to everyone working on Dune Awakening. Absolutely amazing work.
Maybe you want to comment a
Throughout
little bit
all
on
the
the mission.
teams.
Which mission was this?
Kelly, good morning.
So just mention, like, if you saw
Dude,
the,
Kelly,
the
there's good-
ornithopter there behind.
There's
behind
going to be a
us,
lot that you're going to enjoy
that's actually
endgame
the
wise
exit
from what I
point,
know you
so
like
I
doing
just
in
wanted to mention that because you can
14.
leave the
They're
map,
adding some good stuff.
directly, like
They're
that
adding
if
some
you
good
wanted
stuff.
to. But let's see, what is the
Normally
mission that
caused
I
by
can't even read what's on the
vaporization of
screen there?
moisture in the atmosphere, so it's possible there
Locate
would
and
not be
activate
contails on
the
Arrakis.
first-
Oh, they added them. So there's enough moisture on Arrakis to add them. I mean, there is water
Yeah,
on
so you just go
Arrakis.
to these
It's just
different
usually
points.
underground.
And then you get your
Or at night.
triangulation underway.
Ooh,
love this pic, by
activate
the way.
the
I don't know why, but I think
Ixian.
it's so
Ah,
It
you
just-
see that they're
I-
stealthily
it has, like,
adding
this-
in
I
the
don't know, it
Ixians.
just
Look at
feels
that
so
little
engaging,
stealthy
so
thing like that.
gotcha. What's this effect?
And it's
I just
worth
gotta get to
mentioning
endgame.
that,
I mean,
think maybe
technically,
now
me
we
too.
just have one mission to this
Technically,
area, but
me
you can
too.
actually pick 3 missions, so you can do them at the same time to maximize your output, basically.
Everybody's like, why is Wispy streaming so early? This isn't my Leppy.
See
What?
that Camille has not mastered hydration loop. Oh, sticking to the shadows.
Oh.
Imposter. Sus. So, to catch you up real quick, Kelly. So they've added 5 to start with, testing stations that you
So
get on the overworld
the
map
that you see here,
that you can
it's,
adjust the
a new map
difficulty
that
on.
has multiple missions that's going on inside
Sirens
of the
first thing
map,
in the
so,
morning. Oh boy.
as we can see,
Um,
you can pick up
And
multiple ones if you want
you
to.
get different you
Also,
get different
they're
rewards.
all, you can go in there as a
They've
group,
massively
party
expanded
of
the
4 if you
Lands
want
Rad
to, and
system
the
in
missions
terms
are
of
now
how you
also
interact with it
shareable. So
to
you can
add
actually share
points
them
to
with
the
your
Lands
friends.
Rad weekly.
One of your friends have a mission and the other friend doesn't have one, you can just share it.
Who hasn't made their bed yet?
Now,
Mine's not made
Camille
because
has
I'm gonna go back to
triangulated
bed
and
after
found
this.
the
So there.
location of the cave, or
I
used
made
to
my
find
bed.
the location of the cave, where
I'm
the
a
signal
bad. I don't make my
originates,
bed most of the time.
so it's basically, just
I actually have to
experience
find my
and
other
release
pillowcase. I think I left it downstairs in the
masterfully
washer or the dryer.
with
Indeed.
his ward.
I think one thing to mention is also that it was important to us to add content
Oh,
that
and they're
is
adding
both
dual
playable
wielding.
solo and in group.
Yes, so
And
all the missions are playable solo if you want to.
Dude, look at the amount of
and,
pink
we'll get
crystals
more
here.
into the dungeons later,
Holy
but,
moly.
yes, it's important for us that you can play it either alone or in a party. Yeah, there's some enemy activity down here needing to clear.
Oh, they're using the rapier.
And
I need to make my
locate
rapier.
The Blushing Cavern.
I'm too busy
which is
building
probably one of my
bases.
favorite
I'll get to it
location games
eventually.
In our
That's what
game.
we're gonna be doing
tonight.
tonight.
It had an internal. name
They
before,
have said
definitely
early
not school.
2026, which I thought it was gonna be later
Can you
Q1,
mention-
so it's either gonna be
No,
January or
it was,
February.
very,
They haven't
very
said the exact
Oh,
date
okay.
just yet.
internal development
All right,
name,
I see,
so
I see.
I'm glad we got a narrative pass on it.
Well, if you can
Right,
scale the
into-
difficulty, you could probably
Yeah.
make it really easy to go through and get it
Keeping
soloable done.
uh,
I mean, these are the
uh,
dungeons
nice
they're
and,
showing off, the
G,
testing stations, that's their
basically.
dungeons. So,
all right.
the intention is to do it
So
with
yeah,
multiple
we're
people,
seeing,
but apparently it's going to be a lot more like
Camille
friendly for
clearing
solo
out.
people too.
enemies, not using his spice addiction. I guess he's saving it for an important time. Alright, now there's apparently a wave of enemies coming, so we're defending the beacon against the enemy reinforcements. See how he does. Should have brought some friends, maybe. Maybe he can maybe he can do it
He
himself.
got this. He
What if
got
you could
this, he's a pro.
dual-wield blood drinkers?
believe-
Could you imagine? Oh my god. I
believe-
am a water
Hopefully he
factory!
picks up the bodies to bring them back to the death still afterwards.
Oh, good point.
Can't let water
Don't
go
let,
to waste.
Yeah, don't let anything waste. Very true.
They're like, don't let anything waste, but
that's
yet,
the
you know,
words.
people have so much water in their bases at this rate.
Ah, he's got skills.
They are the water machines.
All right.
Are
so that
missions
places
repeatable? That's a
Anna.
good question.
Now he has to get out of the cave.
Yep. So now he's got to get out. Obviously, if he wanted to, there's a ton of loot there, resources for him to get. There's some secrets here and there as well that our team has put in. So he kind of just went straight through the main loop of the mission now to show you it in a quick way. But yeah, there's stuff to explore.
For sake of efficiency, we just ignored everything else for now in that cave.
Well, then you don't want to, like, not let everybody see all of it.
Yeah,
They
now he's
gotta...
going back to the Ornithopter to claim his rewards.
But yeah, they definitely need to add more stuff to farm in the
Oh,
game,
it's
not
just
in
a
terms
little
of,
grenade
like,
for that guy first.
minerals, but, like, stuff
Like
that
a
is
Oh,
worth
little
farming
buy
for.
presents.
So,
He
like,
was almost fast enough to turn the
swatches,
camera away for us to not notice.
stuff for your decorating your base, you know, like that kind of stuff. The stuff that you're going to be, like,
Alright,
going
recharge
for
all the way.
outside of the weekly
how I do it,
lands, right? That's going to make you want to, like, log
Still.
in and
Have some good
farm.
traversal abilities. Knee charge and Shigawari is
Oh, I still have. I still need to make
biometrics,
this all
telemetry
Christmassy.
is
I'll
one
have to
of
do
the
that
most
later today.
used, abilities.
Yeah, I
when
saw
you
the
do
message. Give me one
traversal,
sec.
So non-combat abilities for sure.
Yeah.
All right, now he reached back to the exit, so he can view the mission report from here, get all over the info about his rewards, and then
More
he can
plush.
claim it basically directly from here. Maybe you
Hi,
want to talk a little bit about
Kelly.
this video.
I'll yap with
About
you
the
later.
rewards. So basically, we just finished. the
Damn, you
mission
get a,
here,
a lot of
and,
house scripts from this.
These missions, they go into kind of powering your character. You help with the land strat, so you help your faction win, but it also goes into powering your character. So basically, you get specialization XP, you get house credits, and faction reputation. And some things are gated behind faction reputation, so it's a good thing to keep grinding away at this.
Oh,
these
you can
missions.
grind faction rep. Oh.
Yeah, so the specialization XP, it unlocks traits.
Ooh. So they're gonna
so that you
increase the
can
cap on.
eventually
Yeah, because this
apply,
is 12, so they're
augmentations to
increasing the
items.
cap on the.
House credits, you use those to purchase cosmetics,
Okay,
crafting components.
okay.
And you,
I noticed that,
like I
little
said,
stealthy.
you repeat Landstrat missions to keep growing your character's power. Here we see the new specializations.
I'm
there
still
are
not sure if
quite
I'm
lot
a
of
a
them.
fan of how it's laid out,
They-
the
they
GUI
go
for it.
into
I still
the
don't know if I'm a
5,
fan, but if you're
tracks
trying to
that,
add so
Ole
much stuff
already
to it, I can see
mentioned.
why it looks that way.
Worth noting though is that if you want to increase, go into the augmentation loop, which adds different types of powers and abilities and stuff to your weapons, you want to do at least a few of the crafting ones. So because that unlocks your ability to start crafting these augments. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more about augments later, but I think, yeah, a bit more about specialization maybe.
Yeah, no, I think Viljar covered it pretty nicely. There's hundreds of different upgrades here, so you can go pretty deep. I would
You can
say.
go a little crazy
And,
with it, huh?
Each
Go
of these
crazy with
major
it.
traits that they're called, which is hovering over now, they cost you spice to buy. So you'll need spice to buy them, and then you have some nice free ones in between as well that are just specialization bonuses, basically. Yeah, you can see a nice one there. There's been quite a few players have asked for a way to increase their inventory slots. So the first one that we hovered on was a way for you to add a new row, like one row for your inventory, which is pretty exciting. You have a ton of them that are doing different things. Vehicle speed bonus. You have heat mitigation on vehicle, yeah, like this one. There's more inventory slots increasing. Yeah, there's just a ton of them. Extra skill points, damage.
I'll take a let me on my
mitigation,
15-minute
and then
break
the
for
augment system
500,
that we're
Alex.
gonna get into later is gonna there's
Oh,
a few
Danny, you're
ones
gonna
regarding
dig
that
this
as well.
update, man.
So
You're gonna dig
yeah,
it.
the
I want to see
progression team
Kay's
has really
reaction too,
been
because I know
hard at
Kay's
work
been really
building
frustrated
out
with the
and
game. I
fleshing
want to know
out
what Kay's
all of
thinking about this so
It's,
far.
It's really cool for anyone who likes to go deep on their character and their progression. This is definitely the
I might
you're
end
gonna
up
be your
streaming this
favorite
game a whole
menu
lot
from now
more.
on. I just want to mention that this goes in addition to the skills menu that we were on in previously. So that's not going away. You can still progress your character via the normal skills menu in addition to the new specialization menu.
And I think it also needs to be said that obviously you can try to max all of those, but I think we talked about this. It might actually take like a year if you really want it, because it takes a while
take
to
a while.
really. So which I am personally very excited about, because I like to feel special. You know, I like to kind of like, oh, I am one of those people who can really do this particular thing because I maxed out that specific line or tree.
I mean,
in
this one
case,
says
right?
level
So
48.
that is definitely an option.
I wonder if there's a
If you
cap.
can-
Well,
especially
that's it.
later
Look,
when
it
you
looks
talk
like
about augments.
there's
So it can be very
a
specialized.
purple bar here, so
in
there might
that
be a cap on your
particularly.
augments on that one, maybe.
Yeah, I'm super
I don't
excited
know.
about this change personally. I can't wait to go out and do missions, and they're repeatable. You can go back and do them, and then we'll keep adding missions and locations.
Talk about the
as we
servers.
see,
Someone says in.
as we
Yeah,
see
I do want to know a bit more
what
about
people
server
want, basically.
merge.
Yeah.
I need to know if I'm gonna have to back up our bases.
Do we want to talk about what happens at level 19 on the faction ranking?
Ooh.
We can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, when you get to level 19, depending on the faction that you're with, you'll get a new special mission to kind of take you over to faction ranking 20. It's quite relatively involved mission with a lot of cool things and stories. So you get to delve deeper into factions, and your faction can meet some important people from Dune Door, basically.
Exciting. Definitely for the people who know the lore well.
SB has stuff.
Meeting more people from the books and such is always exciting. Alrighty.
Hey yo.
I think we do have, that was it for this segment. So we go over to the Q&A now. So we'll see if we have, oh, actually, no, yes, I almost forgot. We actually do have an example of the different missions, what they can look
Oh,
like.
you'll
as
look at
well.
that shield. That
Maybe
shield's
one of
kinda
you
cool
want
So
to
that's
comment on
basically
that
the
as
smuggler's
well.
run, where you have a
Oh, there's a.
race-like
Oh,
thing
look, there's
where
a
you
new
go
bike
and,
skin.
it's not triangulation. I don't remember exactly what we called it, but in that neighborhood, basically. So you have a certain amount of time to clear it.
And then there's a personal best as well. You can beat your personal best.
Yes, you can of course beat your personal best if you remember. So
Oh, it's a race course. That's fun. They saw everybody building race courses with their bases and went, we could
the
do
brood
that.
works.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the
fun.
Broodworks is a fortress that you need to basically, what's it called? Not intrude, but
Infiltrate?
like infiltrate is the word I was looking for.
Ooh.
So you can see here, it's like more like an
That stealthy
infiltration
mission you had to
mission,
do in
type,
chapter 1
map.
was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a
Stealth
lot.
map, kind of.
yeah,
Mm.
but there's tons of combat in it as well. Lots of cool locations, camps, and different things for you to explore and do. I really like this map actually. It's really cool.
It looks great.
Got some verticality to it as well with the different heights of that. And then now you're looking at the Blushing Cavern again, which has this nice little cavern area as well, with some earthright crystals.
Well,
in
why
it
are you
as well.
typing it so loud in chat, Papa? Oh my god, Papa, so loud.
Super
Bro.
exciting. Got Wreck of the Tyke, which is also another map, a radioactive
want waffles.
shipwreck that's crash landed that you need to go and explore.
Fat fingers.
Find some cool stuff in it.
Let's go. One first place in
figure out
Group
what
B race.
happened,
Let's go,
maybe.
Val. What game?
And there's some, you better bring your radiation suit there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that
Definitely
looks like a bunch
very
of
green
stinky.
and very toxic in there, radiation-wise. I think when we talk about, we just talked
Faction
about
changes for
shipwreck there.
people who are
The
abandoned by
overland
their
map
friends
also
would be
has
outstanding.
now all
You
the
can
locations
already
that you can
faction
actually
change
replay
in the
too.
game.
Yes.
You
yes,
just like have to
can
start
go
over,
back
I think.
there and replay it. Some of them will require you to have.
He
a
was
launch
yelling from the
mission
kitchen, he has
active
to
be able
yell.
go there,
Oh,
while
Uma
on
Musume.
locations you can go
I
and
lost
replay,
every single one
as
of my
much as you
races
want,
because it
and,
locked me into a B
they're built
ranking.
for it.
And I'll have a lot of like B plus or A
Great.
Umas. So I got
So
screwed there. I don't know
now,
really how CM works.
While we collect a few questions from chat, so I'm just gonna check.
Select my question. I want to know.
There we
Wispy
go.
wants to
Fantastic.
know.
We already have some questions ready here. So I was gonna ask you about your favorite specialization and things, but we already have questions ready, so that's perfect as well.
Hey, sis.
So
No, I'm watching. I can't leave.
Oh, no, it's gonna butcher.
What is
I
it?
apologize beforehand, chat, if I butcher your name. It's always a bit tricky. Alaskan Kare 911 asks on Twitch. So if you are tier 2, you can still do Landsrad as you currently do. These missions are open after level 5.
Correct.
All right, there's your answer.
Oh,
you wanna add?
The stars wanted me to see something, but I told her I couldn't.
Before you can do them, actually. Yeah. So you have to
okay.
you have to have engaged in the faction.
You have to
group
select
before
the
then.
fire group?
And when you faction rank
Huh?
5, which I think is currently the maximum, then you get actually another mission that gets you started.
I
into
doubt they'll
this,
be able to
Lancer
add the
group,
flowers end to the
basically.
crawler
Alright,
because
so
they're
there you
limited
go.
by book lore, and book lore says that
then
was like
we have
strictly
another
for
question
spies.
from Bueno Flex. Over
They
on
do need
YouTube.
something like the
Is
crawler
the
for
progress
Flint
for you
Tower, though.
only or progress for guilds too in regards to the Lance Run?
This is only for you as a character, basically. But like by doing this, you obviously help your guild and your factions as well.
Okay, so there's not a guild.
I will mention
system
one
for it,
thing
okay.
though, that if you go down the crafting specializations, it's very smart for at least someone in the guild to have done that, because that means that you'll be able to craft all of the different thing or the augments for all the different types.
Oh,
of
so
weapons
you
and armors
unlocking
and
it
that
on
like
your
that.
one
So
character
if
unlocks
you
it for
just
your
do the
guild.
first step, you
Oh,
can craft,
okay.
like I think it's for one particular weapon, but then you expand and you'll be able to craft for a lot of things later on. So having someone on your guild who can do that will
Good
help
morning,
the entire
Yaya.
guild. So in an indirect way, I guess it's for guilds as well.
What's that?
It's like the old part of the Lance Rod that we had before is still
Oh, the
there as
Kita
well,
pulls
where
were
you
streaming
actually
later today,
fight
at the normal
for your
stream time. Don't worry, the
faction, and
Kita
then you
pulls
have
are
the other thing
happening.
on top of that
Yeah,
for you
exactly.
personally.
We'll see how they go.
All right, the real Bajich, I think, on Twitch over asks 3 missions a week or 3 missions repeatable during the whole week?
So you can do 5 of these. You can have 3 missions at the same time, but you can do 5 of them each day, and then during a week you can do a total of 35.
Well, sorry. You can do as many as you want, but you can only get the bonus rewards for up to 5 a day, basically.
Okay.
Based on the mnemonic coin thing.
Mnemonic recollection.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Dune lore.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Joel. All right. Subtatius over on YouTube asks, can you build bases in the new location?
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, they're on the overland map.
They're not meant to be permanent locations for you to settle. It's more of a location you go to do to explore and do an activity and complete something, and then leave.
And Sentinel Moppa over on Twitch asks, are these missions repeatable?
Yes, absolutely. That's the whole purpose.
So you
of them.
can repeat them, but you only get the up to
Light
5.
of Zion on
for,
Twitch. What
like,
happens
daily
if you bring
rewards?
another vehicle tethered to your carrier ornithopter to this location, Blushing Cavern?
So when you enter, for example, the Blushing Cavern, what actually happens is similar to when you're going to a social hub. Your ornithopter stays basically stored in outside of the map in a way. So the ornithopter that you saw at
Makes
the entrance
sense.
kind of represents your exit locations. You're not bringing your ornithopter and your tethered.
I need to unlock
ornithopter-
it for the
or
guild.
sorry,
Well,
tethered
it won't be
vehicle
just you,
to
Danny,
the
but
location.
yes.
That said,
I'm hopefully going to be playing a lot more here now that
for example, the Smuggler's Run, you will be able to
the holidays
place
are
out
winding.
your
The stuff for
vehicle
the holidays
that you
are
have
winding
stored in
down
the backup
to
tool.
get ready for the holidays.
That's a part of it as well.
I'll mention one thing. You should remember to bring your vehicle back with you afterwards as well, because it will probably get lost to the sands. if
Yes,
not.
the poor thing. Let it get orphaned. All right. Sorvina Savage over on Twitch is asking, is there a limit to specializations like there is a level cap for skills?
Yeah, time, like you said.
Like you said, like a year to like get everything. Yeah.
I think
Atreides!
currently it goes to 100 on each of them.
Sandpawn
So
Nation!
there's plenty of things to fill out.
Can you revive the
Okay.
game, please?
Not lucky, except
That's a question.
over on Twitch. Is the cost melange or sand for specializations?
Oh, good question.
So spice sand or spice melange is the question.
That's a good question.
Is it melange? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
So you need the
don't
spice
actually
melange for your
remember.
yeah, look at me.
Yeah.
That I actually don't know. I'm like,
That's a good question.
Yeah.
you don't make it that easy. So yeah. All right.
You are tier 6 probably at this point.
Yeah,
anyway, so,
here's the
yeah.
thing. This is end game, late game content as well. So by then you're probably established and have like your spice, going, flowing, so to speak, or are part of a guild.
The spice must
Sisha-
flow.
You don't have to be part of a guild, just exactly. Sisha,
That
or
is
on
a bad
Twitch, will
question.
be
Like, there are
new
some
skills
crazy
for
questions in
clothes
Twitch
and
chat.
equipment?
Not my Twitch chat, like their Twitch chat.
That's probably not specifically to this segment.
How will you
but we
revive
can-
PvP? Now that's an
answer that as
actual
well.
question. That's a good question,
Yes,
actually.
in chapter
Like,
3 there will be new skins to both vehicles and gear.
Yeah, both free and also in the DLC, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Are there gonna be
let
new
me wait a
cosmetics
little
tied to the
bit
lands rad? That's
see
a good
if we have
question
more
too,
questions
actually.
coming in. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm actually curious. What is which specialization are you going for? Which specialization tree, basically, and also which specialization are you most excited for?
the bad question is, can you revive?
Besides the
Yeah.
augments.
For me, it's the
Besides
augments.
the
Sorry.
augments. You'll learn afterwards
Religion is a
why
very
they're so
important
cool and
part
why they're
of
so
Dune.
important.
Will it be
for me,
included? Well, the Fremen religion
Like
is in the
this
game.
update
From,
is definitely
if you
like
do the Fremen
if you're a player
message.
and you like number go
It's
up,
just
this is
you
a
probably
update
will not
for
be
you as well.
partaking of the Fremen religion.
And
No.
getting into the augment system and the augment loop and applying augments to your gear and weapons is really cool because you get to get more damage or
Console release is a good
stats out of
question.
your-
They've already
your
said
gear.
it's next year.
Basically opening up.
I'm
taking tier
thinking it's
6
gonna be
and
Q2 next
opening
year
up
at the least.
The max cap of tier 6 basically, which is really exciting. So for me, crafting and then maybe afterwards
Server merge. People want to know when server merge is happening. That's a good question. I
exploration.
want to know that too because I need to know if we're
Yeah.
merging.
I think I'm kind of partial to the. Well, I mean, the inventory one is kind of obvious. Basically, there are some things
Very
that you're just going
handy.
to get, and also
Yeah.
like in the crafting, so that at least you can start on that loop for sure. And there's also some that allow additional augments to be added. So like there is that. But I think
You
that
can have augments for your
like
augments?
Overall, what has me excited is that if you have a weapon.
It's Joel
tier
holiday.
6, weapon that you like, you can actually change the personality of the weapon depending on how.
Will you wipe
augment
the
it.
server when
So
you
can have
merge
something
servers?
that
That's a
fires
good question,
maybe,
actually.
Continuous shots. Then you can give it burst fire, and you can have it be more controlled. And it's like we have weapons that have these
Yeah.
aspects in the game, but now you can take one that you like and actually tweak it to the way that you want it to play like. So I think that's pretty cool, actually.
That would have been my answer. I just generally like kind of improving the weapon and how it works.
Dune Battle
Like, if
Royale
you can go
soon.
from like
Oh
you know,
my
single
god.
shot to auto fire
Re-
or reduce recoil. and
Fortnite
all
was
that
a
stuff,
mistake.
That's for me. Like that's where I would go. But you have lots of options, and that is also what we wanted
Conan
to
Forgotten,
bring you,
bro. They
right?
just
Like,
did an update
your
for
way,
Conan.
Play the game.
I don't even play
your
Conan, and I know they did an
specialization
update for
and how
Conan.
you like the gameplay.
They ping it in
anyway.
the server. you know?
So
Just
we
saying.
have 2 more questions. Wait, was there water and fuel? Ultra Beard on YouTube asks. So they didn't know that it was water on the overlap map, water and fuel on the overlap map.
Well, there was a reason why we removed it.
Exactly. I was like, I'm gonna come.
Oh,
Yes,
so the
exactly.
water
So
and
it
the
was
fuel
kinda like
depots
that.
aren't going
It
to be on the
doesn't really
overworld
make
map
sense. You
anymore.
don't really have to pay attention to
Hi,
it. so
Naomi. Good morning. How are you,
off
hon?
it goes. And then we have the last question from Twitch. Elora Gem is asking, when you go
The,
through
the pulse skin
specialization,
will be in
will it
circulation.
be lost if you respec your skills? And also, will the spice upgrade be lost each time as well?
No, the new system like that stays. You've earned that basically. So that the missions you've done, they map directly to one of these 5 paths basically, and that stays.
All right. All right. So remember that we will have more Q&As with the other segments, plus a main Q&A to kind of catch some.
So it says
additional
always
questions
ignoring
at the
PvP
very
questions.
end.
Typical Funcom devs.
Don't hesitate to ask questions. We try to answer as many as we can.
They go
But
through the first part and
before we
everybody's
go
like,
into
oh my
the
god, that
next
means there's no PvP.
segment,
They
we
said
are
that they're going to be
taking, a
reverting
quick
the
little
Deep Desert
break
back to what
and
it was
get
like on
ready
launch. So.
for
Because I guess the idea is
our
that a lot
new
of the PvE
ecolabs
people will be able
and
to do the new lands red
augmentation
system
and
without
also
needing to
some
go
combat
into Deep
mechanics
Desert if they don't want
will be-
to. So Deep Desert can go back to like the big PvP zone they had it as. That's my guess. There are major changes. Yeah, this is gonna be dropping. They said early quarter 1, so that's like either January or February. I'm gonna guess February. Oh my god, some dude in chat's like, shame on you for destroying Dune. Good lord. Goodness gracious. They're revamping the endgame system. They're adding customizable dungeons to the endgame that you'll get on the overworld map. They're adding an augment system, which I think Destiny 2 does. I think Destiny 2 has like an augment system. Ugh. Everybody's complaining about the PvP aspect in chat. People are saying the game died because there's no PvP. No, I think if any, I think PvP definitely took a big hit for the game, but if anything, it was just people grinded everything there was to grind and then there was nothing else to do in the game. So they stopped playing the game. And that's kind of like normal. Like once you what, if there's nothing left to grab resources for, why do the resource grind still, you know? You'll still be forced to go PvP unless they add another source for spice. It'll depend on, well, I mean, it also depends on your server, right? I imagine you can go grab some spice and not have to worry about running into anybody, given how big the Deep Desert is, but lore-wise, the Deep Desert is where the spice is. Like, that's, you know, that would still be the place to go farm it as. If they still wanted to keep it like where the first couple rows are PvE, you know, so maybe you could get some spice there, I can understand, but like frankly, if you're trying to keep like the fantasy of Dune, you gotta keep it where where getting the spice is a risk. That's just like how Dune is. That's why it's the most rare but powerful substance in the universe. Oh, they bring in different. You got brought in somebody else. My Christmas socks man is gone.
Oh, hi. My name is
hi.
Alexander. Nice to meet you guys. I happen to be in the middle. Hi.
A new old face, yeah.
So it does
For
seem
the
like
people
they're
who
adding
haven't
it.
actually
They've
watched, I hope
upped the
no
faction
one
reps, so
hasn't
they've
watched
added
those
a
things before, but
faction
what do you do?
I
grind
am a
goal, which is
gameplay
pretty
designer
cool.
at
That's
Funcom
nice.
For this will be now the year 17.
Player augmentation
Yeah.
will
So it's
keep
been a
you
hot
playing because
second.
you'll want to keep
Yes.
growing your
It's been a
character,
great
so that's
fun.
nice too.
We say you're by far, like by now you're like part of the inventory, like
Inventory?
furniture. Your
You're part of the
furniture,
inventory.
yes.
He's like, brother, really?
All right, so this segment is about combat and our scalable new dungeons.
Okay, here we
which is
go.
Very exciting. So for one, first we actually do have new
They're
weapons.
gonna be less grindy.
do that first?
The game, yeah.
Yeah,
Quite
let's do that.
frankly,
some
these
cool
kind of
things
games,
to
from what I
show
can tell,
later.
have a grind to them. What eases the grind is if you're in a
Potentially.
guild or
There you
not.
There we
So
go.
with the server merges, Naomi, you could like hop over to
Right,
us and join
so
our server, and we
first
have like a
things
shit
first.
ton of
There's three of
resources
them.
because
This
we
is
have
the
so many
first one. This is our
farmers
first
in our
range
guild.
addition to the game.
Like that's
This is
like
along
the main
same
thing like
lines
our
of
guild
a,
does is they just like farming
flame-based
things.
weapon, but instead of being a direct fire flame-based weapon, this is
So,
a parabolic. There's a bit of
um,
travel time. has a
I
bit of
don't know if
skill
they're
ceiling,
going to
players can
lessen the
lob these
requirements as more tiers
wonderful
come
balls
out.
of
I
fire
would
at
assume
their
so, but they
foes.
haven't mentioned anything about it yet.
Ideally, you know where your baddies are. You can use spice presses
As much as I like to, yeah.
expose
So
them,
with,
either from
with
behind
server
cover or
merges,
seeing
which I
go
hope
into
they're
cover,
going to talk about
and then you
today,
proceed to
you
lob
could come
the
over
balls
to
of
like
fire
our server or whichever
near the
server we
cover
end up merging
around
with,
it to force them to go out.
and
Fire goes
just
through
like
shields.
Our
The
thing is
prize
like
burning
just
dots,
replenish like
forcing
some of
players
what you
to
take.
act,
That's like the only thing
or
I really care
NPCs
about, you
to
know?
act.
Like if you're going to
And
use
you
like
can see on screen
600
here,
aluminum,
deploying
just
it
put like some
in
aluminum
relatively
back into
nice
the
fashion.
system.
Can I just
A
say,
little
I
bit. We don't
love
ask
the
people
splash
to like,
effect of that
you know, pay for
fireball. It
taxes
looks
or anything
so
in the guild.
good.
Usually like me
I had a
or
wonderful experience
one of
with
the
Joe
other
arguing
members
about
of the
the
guild like
convention
take
this
care
thing.
of the big
I think
base
he ran
taxes.
away to fight the drop
So-
bears in Australia after our conversations. But
We're a
he
very,
chose
like,
a
super
good-
non-structured
like, we have
guild.
a funny internal name.
I
He
have
chose a great
issues.
player-facing name.
I have issues remembering it.
Yep. Pie Rocket.
Pie rockets. Yes.
It's a great name.
Pie-
Dune is best with
Pyro
people though.
rockets.
I know a lot
This
of
is
people
like-
love it
but I
as a
still- I
solo
can't
game,
remember
but
the name.
it
That's
is
the
best
right
with
thing.
other people. I just like
Horrible.
base building, so that's usually what I'm
Right.
always fucking
Here
around with.
is another edition. So that was the range edition.
I
This is
love
the
this
first of the
dual
two
wielding
melee
stuff.
editions. Here we see our characters equipping a dual dagger weapon. Right now in the game, we have two classes of melee weapons that players have available to them on live, which are the dagger
Oh, that block
set
animation was kind of
and the
nice.
sword animation set. And here is the first dual weapon, dual dagger animation set. In terms of playstyle, we want to do something different because we have a baseline already. We want it to be a little bit special, a little bit nuanced, a little bit for the connoisseurs to try to explore.
I can
the
already hear people bitch
amount
about
of
it, though.
depth we have in the system. So these two dual daggers really incentivize aggression, focus, and commitment. They are not a great, compared to the sword, AoE weapon, while they're quite tasteful as a single target anti-shield weapon. This
Ooh, an
quickly doesn't do
anti-shield
justice
weapon.
to them truly. I think the players that are playing our internal playtest right now will have a fantastic time with them. Once a character gets up to speed, like we see the jumping sequences there, they will be able to quickly and in chain deploy multiple attacks that penetrate character's shield. As a function of that,
Ooh, I do like
they
that
require
though.
some commitment. which
If
means
it
you're
works out
opening
as
yourself
build.
to threats from other characters, which is why they're not a great area of attack weapon, but it allows you to deliver multiple slow
Really
blades
fast.
that penetrate the shields
Yeah.
within one window, especially within one window of second wind weakness. So if you outplay your opponent, you blow out their stamina with abilities or your melee attacks.
I know they've
expose
had a
them
lot
to
of issues
second
with
wind
melee, so
window
that's
of
why I
vulnerability,
say
and you proceed to follow through.
that's why I specify
Massive damage.
like
So fast, slow blades.
Yes.
if
Basically.
it you
Yes.
know
Yes.
if it comes
little
out as
risky, a little
build
bit
because I know
commitment,
there was a
little
lot
bit
of issues
planning,
with
finesse,
melee.
You get what you want. which
Once
is
you
big
get the
numbers.
tier, it becomes a lot
Doesn't see
easier.
the
Like with the
flick here,
buggy, you can
which we
easily
were
farm
gonna talk
mats for an
about
assault.
actually in
Mhm.
our next section when we talk about story a little bit because those
Right.
two knives are coming from.
Oh yeah, if
our-
you have someone else operating the
Dual.
turret, it
They
does
come a little
reduce
bit
the
coming
time
from,
for sure. Yeah,
from
yeah,
a
yeah.
specific, yeah.
Yes,
but
they
it-
come a little bit late in the overall progression for stories, but players will get them. and they'll
Beautiful
have a
game. I
play
don't
with
want to
them.
fully give up on it.
Here is the
Yeah, that's
second
part of the
of the two
reason
melee
why
editions.
I hadn't streamed it a lot
Technically
was I was
speaking,
waiting to
rapiers
see
have
what
been in the
this
game for a
end game
while now.
projection was.
They're at launch, but they mechanically function.
And
as
I've just been
extended
trying to
range
play
daggers.
Expedition 33.
For us internally, we always
But,
felt that we could do better. It was just a case of resource.
we're gonna be
allocation, so
building
here we
more
have
of the
resources,
end
and we
game
chose to
guild
have something
base
with a little bit more depth and nuance.
tonight.
So
And then once I've got the
I
shell
like
of
to
it
use
done,
the following
so that
term to
it's
describe the rapier.
functional.
It's a
My next
offensive,
Dune streams
defensive
after
weapon.
that are
While
going
that
to be
may
about
sound a little bit
like I
awkward,
gotta go
by
finish the
this I
chapter
mean
2 story. I still have to finish the
every
Ben Gesserit quest
attack,
line. There's still a
melee
lot of
attack,
shit I gotta
opening
do in the
attack
game.
of the rapier, as you can see here, the half
But,
circle is technically a parry window. If you time it correctly,
parry
you
window.
are offensively parrying your opponent, and as well we can see there's a backstep. So
Okay.
you do not have a block.
See, this
function,
all
but
sounds
your
good,
left
but I
click
know a lot
is
of people will
parry
need to
forward
play
and
with it
attack.
and see how it
And your
feels
right
because
click
I know a
is
lot of
parry
people have
backwards
been very
attack.
upset with
So
melee.
you choose your distance,
especially
you
with
choose
how
your pacing, and you step
a lot
in
of
and out
devs
and
have
in
been
and
answering
out of
things like in
range,
Discords
trying
and
to
stuff.
catch your opponent off guard. And
So I
again,
know a
like
lot
the
of people will
daggers,
want to
create some
see
nuance and
like how
variety,
it turns out.
This is not an area of an attack weapon. This is a focused dueling weapon where players try to bait each other out. to
Melee's
see
a
who
dead bill. At least 4
fails
months
the
ago, I
skill
played this
checks
game
for the
last
pursuit
time. Will
to
they make a
deliver slow blades?
3.5 PV as well? Oh
I
my
love how it
god.
feels like a dance
It's
almost.
very
here,
different.
and
It is
like,
so
They
different.
definitely
once you're
screwed
playing the
PvP
Very
people.
rhythm
Don't get me
based as
wrong,
well
they
in
did, but
sense.
people are just so
I just wanna
visceral
mention, like, the
about it.
skills-
It's
I feel
it's
like the
such
skill
it's so
level
annoying.
for,
And I'm someone who
required
loves
for the
PvP
rapier
generally.
is
I don't know if
higher,
I'd
so
like it in this
I
game.
can't claim to master it. My favorite
But,
is the dual blade. To me, it's
um,
much easier to use. I will mention though that we've also equipped
Uh,
NPCs with
Man, they're
rapiers,
almost
and
obnoxious.
We found out that was quite hard, so I had to give the direction that like let's try not to have more than one rapier in solo content because they're quite aggressive with them.
Which is interesting to say in solo content. We actually get back to that.
Oh, that's a
later
very
as
interesting
well.
word, right?
That's yes. So, but there have also been changes to stamina. How stamina
Right. So there has been a there's been this is an interesting this is an interesting discussion because I'm not sure the best way to take this at. So I'll take it from the player's point of view, right? So the experience for most people is that they feel like their actions do not have weight and value when they deliver them to a target.
Yes,
Both in PvE and
that is a
PvP.
problem.
That message was received multiple times in our feedback sessions from players, and we've been working through it to try to create an interesting experience where everyone is rewarded for the price that they pay for an action and for misplay against an action. So we had a feature that we deployed in patch 1.2 where internally we called it Ghost Dash. I think we have silver ghosts and golden ghosts already in the game now. One of the things that didn't come aligned with this was the appropriate pricing and triggering of this effect for the corresponding state that you meant to exit it with. Said another way, we want players to pay a higher price for dashing out.
Ha, I got some updates in chat.
which
Let's
is
go.
when you dash, you've been knee charged.
It is an
you
early
choose
stream
to dash.
issue because we're
Okay,
reacting
that's
to the
great.
dev stream for
But
Dune
you pay a
Awakening.
high price. You pay a gold price.
And I'm
However,
talking
if
with
you had
people in
received a
the official
stagger
stream chat.
from a melee weapon, doesn't matter which melee weapon, and you choose to dash out of it, you only pay a silver price, a medium price. And on the low end of the scale, movement is just cool. Moving around is cool, predicting is cool, evading is cool. It feels great, it looks great, let me feel great, fantastic. The normal dash, when you're not paying anything to get away from something, it's a little bit cheaper. So it's a little bit more easy to use, you feel great when you do it, and you can position yourself to deliver more gameplay effects. The end result of our goal, and this is obviously still in balancing, it's been in our internal NDA playtests, players are going through it, we need to find the right actual numbers. The direction for this is that we want players to commit, to succeed or fail, and then pay the appropriate price for their choice.
Yeah.
The actual price, is it going to be 80 stamina? Is it going to be 70 stamina? Is it going to be 50 stamina? We'll figure out in playtesting.
All right.
If you dash away from an ability, it should be expensive. From a stagger, medium, and just normal traversal, cheapest.
Yeah. So we will have
A
to
mid-price,
test all
if you
this.
will.
It's like
This is
needs
not
to
just
be
for players, this
balanced,
is
of
for
course.
also NPCs that we'll see our
Yes.
players experience in a minute.
We need to bring some aspects from
exactly.
Conan Exiles to Dune.
Now,
That
there's
could
also
be interesting
changes to
depending on what they mean.
How respecking works.
Given I don't know
So
much
one
about
of the other points of
how
feedback that
Conan
we really wanted
Exiles
to
works.
get on top of is that the initial implementation we had for the respec system was relatively brute force hammer solution where you had a static cooldown window that you had to wait before you could try another playstyle. We have some pretty big commitment windows for amount of progression, and we honestly just decided, we should just let players do more interesting things. Let
See,
them
somebody in
try
chat
different
says the
styles,
Herbator
different
state has
experience
chokehold over what
things.
specific content can be
Let
added into
them
the
just
game.
respec
See,
a
that's
little
the
bit
other
more
thing
often.
too,
So
is you
instead
have
of
to
having a
make your
static
IP
window,
holders
you pay
happy.
a increasing amount of not stamina price.
That's why it's like the
Spice
conversation
cost
earlier about
to respec
the
more often.
harvester,
And
the
you can
sandcrawler.
respec more
The
often, but the
sandcrawler,
price
like
goes up.
specifically in lore,
That's
is
good,
made
I
to
think.
only
I
harvest
need to-
spice.
we'll see
So they
how,
would need to
Completely
make
balance
like a
that.
separate item that could harvest
But also,
flower
like,
sand.
how we get feedback rate and things.
Unless,
We'll adjust
you know, the
accordingly
Herbert
if,
state's like, yeah, go for it.
we see
Like,
that
in
something needs
gameplay,
to be
theoreticalized, you should be able to do
adjusted.
both, right?
So
Because they
now
both
we
collect the
talked
things from on top of the
already
sand,
also
right?
previously about faction ranks, about the repeatable missions, the PvE content there, and specializations specifically. Now we also have you actually mentioned it, we mentioned it briefly earlier. If not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 new
Okay, I turned it up as
dungeons and
much as I can without it
ecolabs
being overpowering to me,
in
guys.
the game, which is super exciting.
Indeed.
So we can actually jump into some gameplay as well while we talk about these particular dungeons and how they tie into the system of
Yo, that armor
further
is
progression and
slick.
specialization.
Look at that
and
hood.
all that.
Ooh.
And
Yeah, so
I
you
don't
can
mean the
get
gold
Lance
face
Rod
thing.
missions
I don't know
to
what's
do
up with that. The
these-
other one, though,
these
whew,
as well,
that's
but
some
like,
slick
whereas the
looking
Lance
stuff.
Rod
That's a
missions are
gorgeous
focused
still
on
suit.
your own power.
Holy moly.
Like
Sheesh.
increasing your skills with the specializations. This will tie closely into the power of your gear, basically. So you're going to have to be running these a few times so that you get the things to craft for the augments and things like that. And even if you, let's say, you get schematics that you don't care for, you can actually recycle those and turn them into.
I think we have to take a step back because we haven't actually explained what augments are,
Okay.
right? So we because like maybe we can start with that. Like
Sure.
because yeah.
Good idea. Yes.
So start with augments.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So augments are things that you are abilities in a way that you slot into your weapons. So you can have, you can see here, these are
They're for weapons,
level
okay.
1 augments. You see that on the circle. It has like just one.
Oh,
hit on
okay.
it.
So you can
We
what will
have- they
help
go up
shield
to level
gen, what
5
will shield
basically.
piercing, maybe.
And then for each
Short blade
weapon, for
mitigation,
instance,
okay.
you start by the lowest ones you have. You can only place 1 in, but then you can place up to 5 into them at the most.
Increases
basically. So
ammo
you can really,
capacity.
like, that's how you change the personality
Damage
of your
output.
weapon if you want to, or you can just have damage numbers increase
Right.
and things like that.
We can go a bit more into that later. I just wanted to take that a bit earlier since we're talking about it already. But now let's talk
Oh,
about
thank
the
you for paying all the
dungeons
taxes,
and how
Danny.
those
See, that's what I
actually
mean,
work because when
Naomi.
it comes
Like,
to
someone
these
in the guild will
augments,
always pick up,
where
like,
these
taxes
dungeons
for,
are
like, the main
interesting.
bases
Yes, you will
and
get
stuff.
things here that you will need.
What I'll
in
do
order
is
to
I'll go
craft,
around bases
to
for the
craft
guild
your,
that are,
your
they're not able to
weapons,
play,
your
and I'll
skill-
make sure
use
stuff
your
is as
weapon
fueled up and
schematics
stuff as I
augment
can for, like, a
schematics
week
that
or
you
two.
have to learn, and then you
We
can
try
craft
to be
these
very
augments,
supportive of, like, each
and
other
you
in
can-
the,
you can put them
in the guild.
into the suitable type, whether that be armor or different weapon types and things like that. And even all schematics that you don't care for, like I mentioned.
A separate
you can
augment tab so it
actually
doesn't clutter
recycle those,
inventory.
turn
That's
them
a
into
good
fragments
idea.
That are then to be used.
That's a
in
good
your,
idea.
in your crafting. So it's not a waste, even if you got something that you didn't need specifically.
So now what we see here, maybe I'm not sure who of you wants to comment on what exactly we see here. Like before you go into a dungeon, you have
Yeah, I can
difficulty
start.
scaling. Yes.
Basically, so we have now dungeon scaling so that you can challenge yourself. You can start at 1, which will be easy. Go all the way. Well, quite.
So
quite
5
a
is
long
the
way,
current
basically,
highest
on the
rank?
challenge
Okay.
levels. And depending.
I like that
on
it lists the
challenge level
modifiers
that you
here
pick,
for you.
like it will of course increase the challenge the higher you go, but the benefits and what you get for doing the higher challenge level are of course beneficial. And I don't think it's in this build, but we've actually today, at least me for the first time, played dungeons with a new system that's quite exciting, which is not only do we scale the
2
obvious
words,
things like
corpse
hit points and
trebuchet.
damage output
One,
of,
another guy
of
goes,
enemies,
this dude gets it.
but also depending on how
God.
many players you are going into the dungeon, we also scale the number of enemies. This means that as a solo
Okay, so
player,
it does
you will
increase
get the
enemies
solo
plus
experience. A group
modifiers.
of 4
Okay.
will get the 4 group experience. But you can also play with 2 and 3, and the numbers and everything else will. The numbers
I like how
will
it gives you
scale towards
personal
that.
best time.
And also,
So it's a best time and best
difficulty
score.
of
That's
the
kind of fun.
challenges will be
So you can
dependent
try and
on
make it
where
like
you set
better
the bar,
runs and stuff. That's a
basically.
good idea. I
We
like
also
that.
just
That's nice.
saw when Camille put
Personal
it all the way
challenge.
back, you actually get denied. Sometimes you can't actually set it to that difficulty level because you need to beat the previous one first to be able to go through.
Yeah, this is correct.
They
You start
have
at-
confirmed at
I
least
think you
one
can
thought
go
your
up to
skin,
5 in the
Danny, that's
beginning,
coming out
and
that they
how
said
we
that
have
you
it
can
now,
buy.
and
I
then you
don't
have
know
to
if it came
start,
out with this current
start,
free
you know,
update or if it's
increasing
with the.
chance. Now,
I think it's the free update that's
interestingly,
coming out with
you
Chapter
might
3.
be able to pull off
So
a
like how there
cha-
was the
level
Lost
5
Raiders
challenge,
DLC.
without
I think the
having
next
upgraded
one
your
is
gear or
one
anything
that's
like
going to
that,
be
but,
coming out with
it will
Chapter
get
3.
challenging real quick.
That's
because
the
we
one they kind of
expect
showed off at the
that
beginning of stream.
to actually have gear that is augmented as you go.
You know,
through.
the other thing is
You
if
see
this
here the
many people
modifiers
are
as well for
arguing in the
difficult,
Twitch chat, that shows
scaling
that
and
people still
ranking.
want the game
Plus,
to
of
be
course,
good.
You see what you actually get, like drop rates for specific things. Where, of course, the
And there's
augmentation
still,
come
you
into
know,
play again,
that
you
desire
already
for the
have
game
talked about
there,
a
so
little
that's
bit. You
good.
see that on the
It hasn't
slides.
hit full
But
apathy
yeah,
levels
let's,
yet.
I think we're just going to jump in and see
Like Star Wars.
what those look like. We have a team of 4 here.
And before we jump into it, I would like to show off.
And of
the
course, someone had to throw
personal light
politics,
that we worked
real
with.
world
You can see
politics
here,
into it. Good lord.
Camille on the left side there, he has a personal light with him. Obviously, it's more helpful in dark environments, but
That
it
personal
actually
light is
follows
dope.
where he looks quite effectively. It's a much needed improvement for what was the personal light. Basically.
Yes, it's a complete rework of your personal light. It looks really cool too.
Oh, so that's a
With the
complete
little,
rework of the personal light.
floaty body
Oh,
And
well, okay,
as
that's
you can
cool.
see here, we're going into a poison dungeon. Someone said it would be a good idea to have a static compactor with you. I don't know why, but you know, there might be a good reason for it.
I like that. That's nice. Unexpected
And all
quality
these
of life.
dungeons, they have 5 different themes. So each of the 5 new dungeons have a different theme. This one is poison, But we also have electricity, we have darkness, we have fire, and we have radiation, and they play quite
Darkness?
differently. Obviously, the bosses are different.
You gonna
and
make
the
everything
bosses
black and
tie
white like
into
you're going to the
theme
Harkonnen
of
world or
the-
something?
Of the dungeon.
Given
main
you could tell
vibe
the
is
license
very
for this game is
different, yeah.
heavily
Yeah,
based off of
and
the
going
new
to a
Dune
poison
movies,
dungeon,
which
it
is
will be a
totally
good idea
fine.
to
It's just you can
actually
tell.
have skills that
That's why
mitigate poison
Legendary
damage,
Pictures
going
has
to
their
radiation,
image all over the place.
Dungeon. Good idea to bring a radiation suit. Electricity. I don't think we really have mitigation, but don't get hit by the.
Need more dungeon
blasts.
bosses and
I think don't
PvE.
get hit
That's a
is
good point. They
generally a
need
thing
they need a
for,
more
like,
range of dungeon bosses. That's fair to say.
Dungeons and electricity specifically. But
I
yeah.
can't
So I
fucking
see
see
that,
anything,
our
help.
team is making its way here. They're making their way. So also we have those doors, of course, that we
Yeah.
can talk about as well.
We have, at least internally, and I've called them the
No
blood doors,
event for
basically,
Christmas. I
and
get where people are
this is-
coming
this
from,
is
but,
live, already we've done some tweaks. to
No,
them,
there would
and-
be no event for
and there are
Christmas.
still a couple
That's
of tweaks
not
coming,
something
actually.
that is like in the
but
Dune
they,
universe.
they,
far as
they
I'm
spawn
aware,
enemies at intervals,
because they're like
basically,
Dune is like
to
over
provide
10,000 years
You also
into
see
the
here
future.
that there are specific traps as well that players have to be careful about, environmental hazards and things like that, of course. I actually like how organic this dungeon looks. I think it's very like, I don't want to say Last of Us, but like very organic and
Yeah.
poisony, and I really like what they did here with the dungeon. Yeah, so you do have to clear those rooms, of course, the blood rooms. Like we
Yeah.
are also, we had in some of the earlier eco-labs as well, the T6 ones. Is anyone using dual blades?
yeah, and Camille, I saw him use dual blades.
Yeah.
Dual blades work really well if you manage to stagger an enemy for a while and just keep going, because your speed of attack accelerates, and they all do damage through the shields basically, so it's quite effective one-on-one at least.
I'm using blade. Sorry, it's on him. I don't remember which difficulty did that. Was it difficulty 5 that went in here with? Oh yeah, we can, exactly. Difficulty 4. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
of
so they
course,
went
yeah.
in with 4.
That's
Okay.
actually reasonably hard, can be.
Well, they can handle it. The team can do this. They probably could have gone to difficulty 5.
She's such a cheerleader. The team can handle it. Well, maybe not, but. Spice Mom is such a nice lady. We love Spice Mom
We
here.
have a good mix of different playstyles here too.
Yeah.
I'm the dude in the
Some
back
changing
that's
going
just
on.
shooting really bad
Just speeding up a
sniper
little bit
shots.
to make sure we're ready for.
And we've done some updates to the signaling of the waves, basically, because sometimes you might feel that, oh, did the encounter actually end, or is it bugged? And then we have actually some signaling with, we start
that's
with
good.
blinking lights to show, hey, this is a good time to reload, to put, get your buffs on, things like that. And then there's an audio signal that actually signals, well, now it's on. And it's
Yeah.
it's simple mechanics, but they are quite useful.
Now we actually saw.
They are
something there
useful,
also
they
from the
say.
chest. Yeah, I'm assuming chat is actually able to hear those audio cues. We can't, of course.
Yeah.
No, of course, just we can't because we can't hear the game sound right now. All right.
Yeah, so Mary Ban is doing well.
Yeah, you see, they're basically destroying those poisonous pods first, so they don't get, or they're trying to anyway, so it doesn't. They just explode in the worst kind of time when they're already engaged with like additional ads.
Ooh, has them buffering there for a second.
Could read them early on.
I
I hope that wasn't my
one
internet.
change that we're doing basically, because when you go into here, it's quite easy to get poisoned. When you go DBNO and then you revive, currently the effect stays with you, which is quite annoying. So we're actually clearing all the debuffs that you have on you when you revive from DBNO.
Dune Santa?
Okay.
Nah,
Very
Dune
cool.
Santa don't exist.
Basically.
Or at least if there's any holiday like that, they
Is it
never really
also
make it a
pyro
big
could
deal
be
in the
used?
books. There's like holidays where,
pyro
you
doesn't
know,
have
to the
friendly fire,
religions
but you
and
have to be
stuff, but they
careful not
don't
to
really
damage.
ever go into it because Dune is more focused on like the political aspect stuff.
And it's just really nice to, if someone goes into cover, just to get those NPCs out or like.
Comcast go burr.
areas
I
that
hope
have
Comcast don't go
animations
burr.
over here.
Comcast needs to stop going burr.
Right here we have a dual blade. Oh. I'm not used to burrow darts.
Just thinking the same. Someone is.
This dude comes in like, how are you not showing more about what the end game is? Dude's obviously not paying attention because that's what they've been talking about so far. It's just like, this is the new dungeon augment system for end game, and bro's like, you're not showing anything for the end game.
Which is quite handy if you go to the darkness dungeon, for instance.
We have an asset afterwards where we show a little bit what the other dungeons look like as well. But of course we want to make our way here to the final chamber to also talk about something that's new and that we've put into the game as a foundation to build upon as well for future updates.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of UI work actually when it comes to the bosses. And we've been quite conservative with some UI elements.
Does it still feel
in the
mediocre? It
past,
just looks
but
reskinned of what we're doing already.
we're
I can
all
understand where
in
that's
this
coming from. Where visually it's like, okay, it's just like what I've seen before in a lot of ways.
Already a little bit
But
ahead,
honestly,
so we
like
do
that's a lot
actually
of
have
dungeons.
now
When you look at like
boss fights in the
dungeons
game,
general and
but
MMOs,
a first
visually
version
things will
of
change
it
and
that
layout will
we're
change,
gonna
but
build upon.
generally, like even in Final Fantasy
but
14, there's
it's
like X
definitely
amount, there's
something
like
that
3
I
or 4
like
wave mobs,
specifically.
and then there's a
One
boss,
that
and then
I've
there's
seen
3 to
here
4 wave
is,
mobs, and then there's a boss,
getting
right? Like the
those
devs will just make like a
lost.
pattern kind of thing. I don't know how much the augment system will change it, but I
Doing
can
their
also
best.
see
They're
where they're
doing
like
really well,
everything
though.
just
They're
looks
doing
the
well.
same.
Doing really well.
But that is a part of
Because
Dune
those dungeons are
visually,
not
like
easy,
as
especially
an
if you crank up
IP,
the
is
difficulty
as
as well.
humans
Like I
have
said, though,
stagnated
like,
a whole lot.
I mean, there is kind of a
So,
limit where you won't get rewards anymore, right?
you know,
But
there's not a
you
lot
can actually
of
crank up. There's no limit
deviation,
to
especially
how
on
difficult you want them
Arrakis.
to be. You can
Now,
actually go
like
to
if we were to go to like
difficulty 100.
Caladan,
So
I would
I
expect things to
feel
look a
like
lot different.
Guilds and groups of
They
players.
can't see it because there's no big
will
red
challenge
circle in the
each other
point.
in, like,
EU
how-
friendly stream,
who is the
true.
first one
What's
who
up,
can get
Mookie?
and
Good
prove
morning.
That they finished the dungeon on difficulty 100, for example, right? So I think that's, at least for me, because I like speedrunning. I like, you know, first world raids, encounters and things like that. So you can actually do that here too. It's like, who's the first one to beat difficulty 100? Also, that'd be fun to watch too, I think. That'd be super exciting to watch.
One of the things that was on the difficulty to select screen was the current highest level of difficulty that you've completed this specific dungeon on, but also, like you said, for time running, the amount of time that it took you to do it on. For
But
example,
that's only for yourself and for
it is
your...
only
yeah.
for yourself, yes. It is
For
a
now.
personal score for now. We need to see where we expand with it to
Exactly.
make
Can't
it a
spell.
more prestige system for everybody to see instead of having to share screenshots. I believe our players are just about wrapped up with this space. They're just looting, scooting, and
We need
exploring.
larger
Yeah,
parties.
gotta make
Nothing
sure
gets
don't
left
miss.
behind.
Exactly, you
Nothing
don't,
gets left behind.
don't miss
There are
any
some cases
goodies
where
here.
you want ammo, some cases where you want med packs, sometimes where you have to
Dude,
clean
it's like if
poison,
you think
otherwise
that's gonna
things
fix the
start to
lands
take a
red, then
little
you're
bit too
wrong.
hard, and players
Because
are-
most people will
People
still
have
clear it in
health
one day. It's
stuff
like,
happen.
well, then that's the players playing it. Devs can make
Co-op
things that are
money
meant to
at
last
best.
weeks,
everyone
a
gets a
week.
door hinge.
and if it doesn't, that's the player
Nice.
thing. But if
Mm.
they put a time gate on it, then people bitch about the time gate. There's like no making people happy.
So we do
Your outfit
see
looks
a
nice. Why,
few
thank you, Mookie. How's
new
your day
items
so
here that
far?
are of course used and for what we're showing afterwards.
Ooh, some NPCs, some more clearing. There we go.
The last hurrah.
Need to
before
be
the big
places
Oh,
for
yeah.
PvE players to use a
calm
large
before
amount
the
of
storm.
spice T6's dungeon stuff requires both. You're not gonna get a
Just
place.
so Camille,
They have to be
take care
accurate
of
to
some
lore
dual
established, so
blades.
there's
You
not
saw
gonna
that
be
it
a place
just
where you
kept
can just go
going.
get spice safely, man. You're
It
gonna
looked
you're gonna
easy there,
have
but
to
he was
do
also
some
alone.
kind
It
of
becomes,
like
of course, more challenging when
like
the
there's
one
gonna
is,
be some lost,
attacking
man.
you,
It's
but,
Arrakis.
I
Arrakis is
love
like
the dual
the
blades. I think they're
Yeah, be
just
careful
the
not to
hardest
be
planet to live
overwhelmed
on in the
by it.
universe. That's why ain't not a lot of people other than the Fremen on Arrakis. It's just how it is. Been a hectic day since Christmas is coming up, but chilling at home right now. Worries and stress tomorrow for
Alright.
tomorrow.
I think
Me.
we're approaching
Dune, the extraction shooter.
destination.
You
If
could.
can see here, this
I am
is
not an
obviously
extraction shooter
a
person.
good place
Like I think the
to,
genre is getting
reload.
overmade at the
Um,
moment,
Have
like how
some
Battle
spice
Royale
beer,
was
get
with
ready to
Fortnite.
use
But
your
Dune
presence,
could work as an extraction
and take
shooter.
on the
You
boss.
could make it work that way.
As a god
like
in your
that
team.
you could make it work that way.
I don't know how
Yeah.
many times I
Maybe that's a
other
mode
games
they
saw
should look
running
into
the boss
for
fight,
gathering
just
spice
all
in
of
Deep
those
Desert or
kinds
something
of-
or one point. I mean, in a way, it kind of is to a degree, because it's like,
we
how
go.
long can you
There's
go
the
until the
boss.
worm shows up, right? And then you've got the alien room over here waiting for the
So yeah, we
xenomorphs,
do.
you know,
That's
the face
what you
huggers to
mentioned
pop out
earlier,
of the
that
eggs.
We have done user interface work as well.
Okay, so they've
Yeah.
changed up this boss
we
by
indicate the
having them in a
faces
poison
of the-
area.
on the
Okay,
bar there.
all right.
You also see
Well, that's kind of nice.
right now it's blinking. This means that the boss currently is not taking
Interesting.
damage.
Okay, all right.
There's more work to be done, so we're having another go at that to make it exceptional, to make it completely clear. I just wanted to mention it so
Okay.
people are aware.
My Final Fantasy 14 being able to read Tell's brain is kicking in. Okay. Bro's a sponge. Look at how much health this guy has.
It's almost unfair, 4 against 1 here.
We're gonna see if the dude answers my question in chat. Dude was
Is it everything
complaining
for the
about the
boss?
lands rad that I mentioned, so I asked what he would do to fix it, and he hasn't answered it yet. Like, it was a genuine question, like, okay, if you're not happy with
I mean,
what they've
our
done,
team
how
is
would you
very
fix it, you know?
experienced, so
Open
it's
discussion.
still, like,
No, he has a few.
How goes
few
the and
tricks
there's the
up his
wispy?
sleeve
I'm
as well,
freaking
so-
tired. I woke up so early.
up his tight suit.
I'm probably gonna have to get a nap in before stream tonight.
Are you okay?
Okay, sorry, but this doesn't look fun. I mean, it's fair. If people don't think this is fun, that's totally fair. Fun is subjective, so this as a group thing together trying to take down this boss may not be fun to this person, but it can be fun to other people.
Oh,
Oh, Lord Wave fighting. So I see where they're pulling some stuff from other MMOs. Hey sis, what can I do for you? No, I can't. I'm in the middle of this. You're gonna have to wait until I'm done.
So we are in the final stages of.
You remember the
Okay,
movie
last
about
stages
Paul
to
and the big
finalize this,
sandworms?
but there's
It's
still
a game that
balancing
takes
work to
place
be
in
done.
that. It's
Some
Dune.
kinks to iron out here and there. Overall, it's been.
I gotta mail
been
that
very,
out.
Very good.
That's gonna go to
progress
Kelly.
on these bosses, I think.
he's also deploying like little additional poison.
That's a Christmas card.
Things now, seeds now on the floor.
Yeah.
that we
And I have
need
to wrap
keep-
presents today.
have to make sure to keep those in check.
Is Dune dev stream giving what you desire? How do I want to put this? I haven't done a lot of stuff in the end game yet. So for me, this is more wanting to see like where they're projecting it out towards. And so that to me is like where I'm coming at with it.
It's interesting
I'm more
when I
curious,
play
like
it, at
for my
least, I
chat
find
with the
myself,
people that are at in game,
constantly,
if
in
they're
general,
liking a lot of what
switching
they're
between
seeing.
melee
I'm
and
liking
ranged,
some of
but I
it.
find that for some reason when I go against the bosses, I generally start.
But
playing
I also
as a-
haven't
as a
engaged in a lot of
melee
end game
fighter.
content yet because I'm too busy building
Interesting.
bases. So,
Why is that, do you think?
yeah, win in Whisker.
Um,
This boss has way too much health.
I mean,
They
yeah, I'm not
definitely
sure, actually.
need to.
Haven't
Dev
thought much
teams
about it,
need
I
to
just,
know that,
just had
like,
that realization, actually.
Difficulty don't mean sponge.
No, because I saw that the most of the
Like,
players here were, were
I'm
actually
not a
using
fan
melee.
of sponge
Yes.
bosses at all. But in terms of like
Camille
what
is
they're
using a
doing
bit
with
of
the
a
design of
hybrid
the
between
fight, I
ranged
can
and
see where they're
melee.
rolling with it.
Alright, so we've gotten him down to
But they
half-half.
definitely need to not do bullet sponges. Now maybe it's more bullet spongy because there's like 4 people in this team.
Yeah, he's
You know,
found a way with
but-
these poison things.
Yeah.
For this
So these
particular
poison
fight, I'm
things
not a
are-
fan of the bullet
it's
spongy.
good in the
I
group
do
to
like what
actually
I'm seeing with
have
the dual
someone be
wielding
on
class, though.
static
That's really
compatibility,
nice.
take care
I'm
of
liking the
those so
dual
that,
wielding a lot.
The rest of the team can focus on the boss himself.
Some good damage in there.
Make it more
some
interesting
water?
fights, please, not
There
just
you go.
bullet sponge. I mean, there is a lot of nice
No, no,
mechanics that are
I have
in
some
this
water here for you.
boss, but the bullet spongy is what's taking away from this particular instance, right, that I'm seeing. Because it's like,
So yes, this is then challenge level
I like
4,
that the room
which is still
has,
geared
like,
to, or, yeah,
these,
balanced towards
poison
not
pods are
using
respawning,
organs and
so there's
pumping
this
up
thread
to
of like what's
100,
going on
so,
in the environment.
yeah,
I do
people
like that.
will
I'm not
likely
a fan
find
of
their
bosses
limit
that
at
like
some point.
So
summon waves.
this is a more
I just don't like it.
straightforward
I'm like
fight
over
right
it.
now, while
But
once you go into the tier
I
you
like
do
that
need
they're
all
trying to
those
play
there,
more
but
with environmental and add that into the boss
spicier
fight.
without not meaning
But
to
yeah,
be,
they definitely need to like do something to not make bullet
Joke
like
you
bullet
know
sponges
that.
isn't difficulty.
bad joke.
Yeah, if it's never a bad joke.
See Camille take out a few of these
Yeah, he's
poison pods
focusing
here.
on taking out the poison bulbs here to make sure that it doesn't come and bite them in the butt, like literally. Well, not literally, but add to the challenge of the overall poison that's coming in as well.
There you go. I put in there, chat,
They make
guys,
it
that
look
the
very
sponge
easy
bosses
because
aren't
they
fun,
kinda
because that's
know
what I'm
how it
seeing a lot
works
from
as
you
well.
guys.
Ooh.
How would you
okay.
extract minerals safely, though? Like, Division is a helicopter. I know they had the
Now it gets-
Dragonfly,
now
but
it
I don't
gets,
know Dune. So, effectively, what is you would need to protect the sand crawler, which is what, you know, scoops up the sand.
Good time to
And
use
then
poison
you
pods.
would
Yes.
have a carry-all come pick up the crawler. It's called a carry-all. They're big-ass swap. They're with, like, 16 wings or, like, whatever it is. That carries that. Yeah. That's how you would do that, effectively.
Right, he's on the
Hard
last
mode,
bit
spongy enemies, take more damage, less ammo, less health. Yeah. There is a lot more to this fight than that, but that's the major drawback I'm seeing at this difficulty 4 is this sponge. You can still have a boss with a decent amount of health, but if you add more mechanics throughout the fight, as the difficulty scales, that's
Mine's
where
also with the
that's where the
flavor, with the
difficulty
eggs.
fun will come in from.
The eggs
unless
in the, like, you know, in the mist thingy,
Yeah.
unless just bullet spongy.
not to cross IPs here.
Oh, the dude who never answered my question answered me in this chat about how this will get stale fast. He's not wrong, but it's like, dude never answered my other question. But yeah, they just need to adjust the health pool of this, and this will be a fine boss, honestly. Now, of course, as you get better weapons and stuff, you'll melt this guy probably faster, but they definitely need to do the health pool adjustment,
I
I
keep
think.
wondering, like, what is the story behind the suit that he's wearing? That's what I want to know now. I need to check with the narrative team what exactly the reason for this is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is some kind of reason because there's always like.
There's a
think
lot
in
in
the
this
past we
fight
had
that
some
I
issues
do
with
like seeing.
not
There's a
really
lot,
knowing
but this fight
which
goes
was
on
the
a bit
boss
too
and,
long.
suddenly you kill the boss. by
The
getting
Oh,
health
at
okay,
least,
needs to be
that's-
addressed for sure, yeah.
at least that confusion should be cleared away through this.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. All right.
And then let's get the loot.
Somebody pointed out that no one in the team really lost
you go.
health. My guess would be is that they have the augments for this fight. You know, they probably have some good poison resist and that kind of stuff.
Some augments as well.
Yep.
The Ancient Way, which is not only available in the Deep Desert now, you can also get it in other boxes.
So these are schematics,
Yeah.
augment schematics that you're. able
There's
to get
schematics
here.
for
Exactly, and then you
augments?
have to-
Oh, that's
yeah, exactly. You have
interesting.
to learn them just like you do any schematic, and then they have charges, and then you can once you have the components and everything, you can of course build them and
Exactly.
slot them into your.
Somebody
weapon.
says
We're
that
actually
they
gonna
need
look
to
at
add
that
new schematics. That's fair. That's fair.
Because Camille is going to go back to the base now, and we'll look at how that works with the augmentations, crafting, and everything. Well done, team. Thank you
Well
very
done,
much.
Thank you.
While he goes back to to his base and gets ready for showing us other things, we can actually look at some of the.
Oh, somebody
other,
points out that this
ecolabs,
is
what they look
they're
like, some of
doing
the
it
other
with
kind
tier
of
6
what the
gear,
wild
and the
is
labs are
supposed
meant to be done
And you
with
wanna take
when
this
you
one
reach
out?
rank 5 with the faction.
I apologize. I
So,
have to control that coughing.
No,
That will
don't worry
probably
about
go
it.
different
I
once
just
you have
didn't
the
want you
higher
to die
tier.
here
Sorry,
live on
people.
stream.
That's
if
fair, but
possible.
still, if you have to do a fight
So
that
on
long
screen,
to
we're
get
seeing a
to
couple of
that,
the dungeons.
people
Couple
aren't
of this is
gonna
a
like
good
it.
example. The boss from the
People aren't gonna like
darkness
it.
tab. We can see the darkness.
I really love this light
testing
rework.
station here
This is
With
great.
the nice.
with the absolute lovely
personal globe.
personal globe. You'll see some of the environmental shots. This is the radiation testing station. Well, internally, we call it the radiation testing station. It has a wonderful set of lore, has a proper name, and a full-on narrative the players get to explore.
Yeah, but it's the stinky dungeon. It's stinky because
the
there's all that,
electricity
all
testing
that, all
station,
that
again,
radiation. It's a stinky
internal
place.
name,
It's
has
a stinky
has
place.
A full-on backstory. Your players get to explore.
Are they
and
increasing the
understand
number of
and
lights we
add
could
to
put in our
their
base? They haven't mentioned any of that
experience
stuff yet.
Arrakis.
The personal light rework is that
Let's
little
see what
flashlight
the
you
other one
carry.
is.
It's now like
This
an
one, I
overhead lamp.
believe- Is this the fire station? Yes, it might be. I think it is. Is it? I think it is. It's hard to tell unless we
Papa
see the
was
boss.
kind enough and has
Yes,
brought
there
waffle
she
breakfast
is.
for everybody.
The
I will share
hero.
with chat. Chat, you guys
people's
want some
hero.
waffles?
On fire.
On fire.
This girl is on fire.
So I don't want to
It's
move it.
amazing.
No, I would not
Girls.
recommend moving in there.
amazing.
Apologies.
Where's
This is something
Joel?
we just
I
completed
miss
a moment
Joel,
ago
somebody says.
With the team working through the internally named Poison Dungeon.
Poison ecosystem.
Mm.
All right, so we are waiting for Camille to be ready to show us what it actually looks like. How are you going to use those schematics that you're getting from those dungeons? So again, these dungeons are actually scalable, so you can either go in solo, you can go in with 2, 3, or 4 players. That will scale according to how many people you are playing with, or if you're solo.
So they're basing
And
the
you
health
can also
off of
choose
how
a
many people
difficulty
were in the
level.
party.
Exactly.
And depending on that, the
okay.
loot scales as well, of course.
And it's worth mentioning that they're actually instanced as
Yes.
well.
That's
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
very important to mention.
Okay, I like that they
Yes,
mentioned they were
exactly.
instanced. That's nice. So you don't have to worry about someone else
of
coming up
course,
and taking it.
replayable,
Okay, that's nice.
Many times as you like. So now we're here, actually we're at the base. So let's see what we can actually do and what these augments look like as well. Stats.
all right. So I assume that we have some weapons or some.
Feed us.
items
You guys
we
can
want
have
to
some of my
augment.
waffles.
And here you see the various schematics, like garment schematics, melee weapons, and the various ranged weapons and things like
Okay,
that.
so it
And
has
how
its own
many there
augment
are,
There's
tab
there's
quite a
in
few.
lots
the,
of
I'm not
them.
sure how many, but it's
in the
it's a bunch.
crafting section. Oh, there's a sandworm.
And then
But they
Camille
definitely
will,
need one
okay,
for, I
here we
think, for
see
inventory,
the,
like when you're picking
the
it up.
level of the augment.
Well,
here
great
is-
idea
is
they had
level
in chat.
1, so you still have some way to go, even if you get your weapon fully decked out.
Yes, that's something else to mention, that depending on which dungeon you do or like the difficulty, you also have the higher chance to get higher tier versions of that specific augment.
Makes sense.
So to mention, that's one for me. Anything that can help with recoil, that's for me.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning that these augments, they
Chat's
can
like, ooh,
increase
spice
your
flow
stats,
buggers.
basically, but there's actually some random number
Minecraft
generation
eating
going
noises.
on
There's a
as well,
certain
so
noise
even
for
if you
eating
have
in
the highest
Minecraft.
level of these, do you actually get the jackpot and get the full
The max
yeah, the max.
possible
Yeah,
number.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we have the augmentation station,
Mm-hmm.
and we see here the Halex pick, I believe it says.
Yes, Alex Pick.
And he has 2 augments that are relevant for this. He could have many more, but they wouldn't show up because they are the different.
I'm
augments are
liking
tailored
a lot
towards
of what I'm
different,
seeing in
weapon
concept.
types
And the reason
armors
why I
and
say
stuff. But here we have
concept
2 options.
is because how it plays out and how
Sit a
players
little bit closer
interact
to
with
the
it will
Flex
always be
coating.
a little
Flexi-
different than
Flex
perception,
blade
right?
flex coating.
Blade flex.
Which is what we've
coating,
seen
yes.
with how they designed the deep
and
desert and how
there's
people
another
reacted to
one.
the deep
It's
desert, right?
That's the
Blade
blade optimizer.
optimizer.
Deep desert
And you can see the
lore-wise
stats
is
here,
perfect.
below as well.
Playing-wise, not
And
so
then
much. I can understand why people are unhappy
Okay, and
with
here
it
we
on
have for
both
the
sides.
Pyrocket,
Especially
have
after they
the
changed it to try and appease one
Pyrocket
side,
quick loader.
and it didn't pan out well, you know.
Increases ammo capacity.
But I am
Yeah.
liking a lot of this.
And
There's
we
a
have
lot
the
of
disruptor,
replayability the
quick loader,
game was missing with this
and
augment
the
system.
amplifier.
That's good. That's some good
So
stuff right there.
The better your unique is.
That's what they
more of
added
these
into
you can
Destiny
actually
2,
put
and
in.
from
So
what
you
I
can
hear from
have
Destiny 2 players,
level
it's
5
really fun.
augments, and you can have up to 5 of them in the in let's say a weapon.
Hey, Sino,
and
what's up,
then
brother?
You can hope for the jackpot for all of
Good
them,
morning.
so you can have the maximum of everything. So. Yeah,
Well,
so that's how that
there
goes, I
is
guess.
this to consider,
yeah,
Naomi.
here
It's
he's ready
basically
to
an
attach
MMO. It's an
augmentation to
MMORPG.
the weapon.
So there is always going to be a long
cannot
grind
be
of something
undone.
in the
so
game.
Once you
right?
commit,
What it is
that's
you need
how your
people to
weapon will
grind
be
it with.
forever, basically. But of course,
And
for
that'll
some, you
lessen
can
that,
load on just
right?
one.
We also
So-
see that it reduces the durability.
I do hope they talk about
slightly.
server
We also saw
merges
that there
here
was a little bit of
soon,
a penalty
because I
to
want to
it,
know
so
how that's going to
also
go.
kind of the thing that some augments are
Better than
kind
last
of
week.
payoffs, right?
It
They
is an
have-
early stream,
they
yes.
might have a
I will
really
be doing a
big,
regular time
stat
stream.
increase, but
It's
they might
just
have
this.
another slight
This stream was early, and I was
But
actually
it
off
is
today,
worth
so I wanted to watch it
noticing
live.
That even though there
I
is a
usually end up watching the
durability hit overall,
but
you
I'm
can
off today,
actually
so-
get twice the total of durability, but it might get reduced to, let's say, 170%. So even though it gets reduced, they overall have better durability.
Can you
than
stack
if
the
you
same
didn't
augment? That's a
them,
good
actually.
question. Get the best augment 6 times in a row and stack it, baby. Let's go. That'd be such a fucking menace in PvP. That's a good question, is how this is going to change in PvP. Like, how this will change PvP.
So here we also see the range that is possible on these specific augments, right? You see like from 3 to 5%.
Oh, the
So you can
greatest
roll
game
the
for
lowest
personal
potentially,
aesthetic,
or
which
the-
is why I like
here
them.
actually from 2 to 8%, right? So you can be very lucky. You can use specialization.
A lot
actually
of
to
Dune
maybe
also is finding out
increase
how the game's
chance to
grind
get
system
to
works.
roll
Once
higher
you
here.
figure that out, it's
Um,
decently easier to farm a lot
But
of
yeah,
stuff.
there's a little bit of an RNG and the gambling.
It obviously
aspect
goes
of this.
faster with more people for sure, but once you figure out
Crafting.
the flow
Let's see what we
and
get.
where the
More
nodes
boss
are,
weapons fabricated.
and you know what weapon to use, or not weapon, but what device to use and stuff, it goes a lot simpler.
Camille is generally very lucky with
I-
his
I was
rolls.
noticing
keep
that
saying,
myself.
Like, I'm just gonna have him craft my offers. 4%.
4%.
All right.
That was the low on the lower end.
Was
wasn't
not
it?
on
It's
Switch?
It's in the middle. Like
Okay.
I think it was one that
Console's
was
coming
2
out
to
later
8, so
next
it
year.
was-
I don't
it
know if
wasn't
the
that
Switch is
lucky.
part
It
of that.
wasn't
I
super
know
bad,
like
but it was
Xbox and
definitely not.
PlayStation are. I don't know about Switch though.
Well, we'll try.
I don't know if this. Well, the Switch 2 could probably run it, but
And of course, you don't commit until you put it in the weapon. So if you're not happy, you could.
You do craft kind of the augment separately, and then you slot the one.
I think my personal biggest
Now
bitch
it
of this
has
game right now is
7%,
how
so that's
fucking fast
definitely better.
the suspensor belt dies.
I'm assuming he will. Use
I'm
the
constantly
7%
bitching about the
unless he
suspensor
rolls
belt
an
whenever I
8%
play.
now.
That's my big bitch is the suspensor belt.
There we go.
All right.
Very lucky.
I go
saw
through
that.
them so fast because of how I build
He went, yeah.
and how I'm going up and
Alright,
down so
nice.
many
Awesome.
times and
Alright.
stuff.
That was nice. Almost planned. That was actually really great. 4, 7, and 8. There we go.
Yeah. So here you have some fragments. They are used to actually
Meow.
craft this.
No, Nate, it's a waffle, honey.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier,
See,
like,
it's a
in the
waffle.
dungeon
Hold
you
on, the
also
cat wants to
find the
sniff.
additional material, the new material that
See,
you
it's a
need
waffle,
to craft
hun.
those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. And then all these combined specialization, the new unique weapons from the dungeons,
Nate just
the
likes sniffing
augmentations
people food.
go into, you can really customize and specialize your character.
Well, I it's a true
you
end game,
want
whether
it to
that
be,
be
like,
cool
also for
outfits or
combat
base
here, but
architecture.
also
You're
if
not
you do
wrong.
something else,
That's
like
why I
for
said
crafting
like the
or
biggest
for-
issue with the
like-
end
Like I
game
mentioned earlier, you can actually be
in longevity
the
is there's not enough
crafter
stuff
that is
to
known
farm
for
for in
being the
terms
best
of like
one at
I will
making
go and do
augmentations
this
for you,
weekly
because
rep in order to
they
grind this
just
rep
have
to
the
max
best
so
life
I can get
skills
excess
and best
X
chances at rolling high augmentations.
swatch.
So you might
there
not want to do
there
those
is
yourself
some of
because
it in the
course they're
game
tricky.
currently. There is. It's like T went and had
makes
got like all of the swatches for like all the
Alright,
houses.
let
for
me
the
just get
lands
over my
rad,
list here to
right?
see if we covered.
My problem
I
was
think
is
we
I'd
did
like to swatch
cover
it and it
pretty
turned out it
much
wasn't for still
everything
suits
now.
because I'm a lame-o who plays only in still
yes.
suits because I'm
So,
like I am a
which
desert creature.
means we of course now again have time to.
So that
answer
for
some
me was like the
questions.
biggest
I'm
issue I
taking
was
a
seeing
look
for a
here
longevity of the
if-
game. It looks like
Perfect.
they're starting
Nicole
to
behind the
address
scenes is
a lot
already
of
ready with
that.
Questions. All right.
It'll just
get
because
right
they
into
are
it.
increasing
Patrick
the rep
Walker
grind
and
for the
9V
Harkos
or
and the
NIW
Atreides.
asked the new, but are dual
Um,
blades being added
I
to a
would still
skill
like a
tree?
rep grind for
Is
each
it part
house
of the
of
new
the
Lands
lands
Rad
rad to
specializations?
get more of their stuff,
Everyone
but that's
gets
kind of
Everyone
like
get it.
something
You
you
just-
add in
I
over
apologize.
time.
I'm sorry, I
right?
hit the microphone.
Yeah.
Everyone gets it. It comes online a little bit late. You have to do the story.
Item durability is a curse on the game.
Find out what
I can
happens,
understand
to
why
who
it
it
exists.
happens,
Like I
maybe
do
help
get why it
them,
exists as a
assist
survival
them,
game.
and
It's just
be
like on that one
rewarded for
particular
your
item, it
efforts.
pisses me off the most.
It is just another item in the game that everyone can get access to. Please enjoy.
All right. Sounds good. Like Julian over on YouTube is asking, so with dual daggers, how does it work with equipment? We need 2 weapon slots
No.
for daggers?
It is considered a standalone item
Oh,
that you put on your hotbar. When you press it, you happen to have 2 daggers in your hands.
ooh, that's nice.
Sounds very convenient. Bams over on Twitch is asking, if you pay the spice tax for spec time reduction, is that a permanent reduction in the spec cooldown?
It is not a permanent reduction. It is a increasing and decreasing amount of spice that you must pay based on how often you use it within a time window. Said another way, if I respec 3 times in 5 minutes, my price is going to go up. But if I then proceed to not respec for 3 or 4 days, it's going to go back down again.
That's
Alright,
fair.
I think
That's
that
fair
answers
to
that
how
nicely.
Dune works.
Texas Oris on YouTube is asking, do existing
I know a
testing
lot of people aren't gonna like
stations also
that,
get this
but
difficulty
if you're
scaler
trying
or
to keep the
just the new
fantasy of
ones?
living in Dune,
Just
that's
the new
fair,
ones,
actually.
But we have plans about taking the older content and doing something interesting with it. Stay tuned.
Ooh, exciting.
Okay.
The Solid Milk on Twitch is asking, is there a maximum amount of people that can join your testing station group? And also, if it's higher than 4,
Yeah, it's still
can
4?
you have
Okay.
more 4? Can you have more 4? Can you have more 4 people in a party now? So can you have more than 4 people in a party now? No. it's
These
still
are
limited to
instances.
4.
Your party size is 4. You can do it as a 4Z, 3Z, 2Z, or as a 1Z.
The onesie.
Okay, never heard that before. like that.
Maybe they'll be
Otto
doing
Biardo
raids in the
on
future
YouTube
then
is
where you
asking,
can have more
you
than
enter
4 people.
dungeons with less than 4 players?
Yes, absolutely.
As you just mentioned, you can go in solo, you can go with a friend.
Console
with two
release
friends,
is a good
or
question,
with
but
a
we
group,
just know it's
and the
tentative
dungeon will
sometime
scale
next year.
Yeah,
accordingly.
and there is something that players need to be aware of. It's like you have to group up before you actually go there, because that defines who.
Oh,
is
you have to
allowed
group
into
up,
the
that's a
dungeon.
good
Well,
thing to
before
know.
you interact with the original door that we saw.
No, before you actually go
Before you
into the
zone.
yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, before you go into
prepare
the
in Haggo
instance.
Basin, fly
Yeah.
there, and then,
Survival is
and then you're good to
inefficient,
go.
but
Yeah.
Dune
that makes sense.
Arrakis is survival based. That is how the
Sephiroth
planet works
on YouTube
story
is asking,
wise.
what sort of rewards
You
can
are
be
there.
expected in
It
the
is the
dungeons?
harshest place
Yeah,
to
we can go
survive
over that.
on. The planet
Yeah, we can go
itself
over
is
that,
trying to murder
in
you. Like
detail
that's
again as
that
well.
is
So we
in
have,
the
like,
lore
the new
itself.
materials, of course.
So
You have
it's
old
you know
things as well.
that is what it
like
is.
the
It sucks,
Cerox
but it
and
is
all
what
that,
it
like
is.
the things that you need for crafting. William,
Yeah, and you
want
have
to-
unique schematics or schematics for uniques.
now.
as-
I
as-
wish
as
they
well.
would make it like
Yeah, I mean,
the
there are
higher
different
tier an item
the-
is,
the
maybe the
obvious
less
elements
it like
that we'll use and
the
the
wear
different
down
things
is
that we have
slower
different
on it.
components,
That
yeah.
would be
Yeah,
nice. My
so-
problem is I die a lot, so
like
that hits
I-
my
like I said
durability most than
initially,
anything.
The Landsroad missions, just doing those will actually be to power your character, but going through the dungeons, that gives you the stuff that you need to power your gear, so to speak, to get the augments loop going. So
Yeah.
they're part of the same. And what's interesting, I think, is that
I would-
you're also doing, even if you don't necessarily.
It would
care,
be
you're doing
nice
it for
actually
your-
if they
for your
add it.
faction. So you
The
might be
Palace of
very specific and
Arrakeen
go to
in the
Landsroad and get
story,
that
like in the actual
board,
books, and in
you know, get 5
the
in a row, for
miniseries they
instance,
show it
but you
has a
might not even
garden.
care, but you're still helping
That's
your faction by
maintained.
doing these things
So
as
if
you're
they could
helping yourself
add
as well.
that
So I
as
think
like an
that's neat.
aesthetic thing you
That's
can
cool,
add
yeah,
to your
it's good
base,
to
but it
mention that
consumes
as
water
well.
as it should, I think that would be fantastic. I would love them to
so
add
C
that.
Phoenix Fire is asking, are the augments going to
The
stack?
lore.
Yes, so like I said, some uniques you can only put one augment on, but then you
Yeah,
have others that
exactly.
you can put
So
2,
like
3, 4,
if
and
they
5,
if they
and
would
do
add that
stack.
like with their water DLC
Make
that
sure
they
that
have
an
planned
a
out, I
unique,
think that would be
that has more
fantastic.
than one
It would
slot,
just have
and
to.
then
I would say it would
go
have to
nuts,
be
so to
tied to
speak.
your water storage if
Nylos
you
over
wanted a
Twitch is
garden.
asking, will boss HP scale based
I
on
know
number
people
of
would bitch
friends?
about it, but like
Yes.
that's how you would do it
Right.
lore
And
wise.
challenge level.
Yes. Texorus on YouTube is asking, can we get the boss armor as well?
That's interesting. Let's talk about it.
The boss armor. Oh, they said that's an interesting
tuned.
question. We'll talk about it.
Miyamar over
Oh,
on Twitch is asking, if my group was to do tier 1 difficulty, can we go right back in at tier 2 and have the place be reset? Or do we still have to wait for reset timers?
ooh, good
No,
question.
there's no reset timer. But what you have to do, actually, you have to leave the dungeon. But you
Hmm.
just you just have to leave, so you'll find yourself on the overland map.
Yeah.
And then you can go back.
Oh,
and
that's
immediately.
nice.
That makes
That's
sense. for
good.
the
That's
dungeon to
nice.
just
That's nice.
repopulate with the difficulty level that you want to do. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, making sure I'm not hopping over any questions here that I've been shared.
That's a- no,
Kitty
that's
Hux
nice,
is
that's good.
asking, I'm seeing a lot of machines that are colored. Ha! Are we able to do that with the next update? Can we color all of our machines? We can actually answer that question in our next segment, so we'll get back to that.
We're going to
the
be able to
answer is
customize the machines in our base? No fucking way.
Aden Duner on YouTube is
I know that's
asking,
like that sounds
"Can
like it's
any of
really
these
silly,
augments
but
be
like
gathered
that's
via
really nice.
PvP content?"
As the aesthetic builder in our group, that's
This
really
is
nice.
geared towards PvE.
Yeah. All right. This was the last question, actually.
There is some glam
Alright.
in the game. Like a couple
So,
updates ago,
this
they
means some
added
really
where
good questions,
each
by the way.
spec
Thank
has
you
a
for that. Keep them
personalized
coming for our
gear
next segment
once
as
you
well.
finish their quest line.
So
there is some of it to some degree.
Now we are
They just need more.
going, before we're going into a quick break, just quickly what we're going to talk about. For those of you who
Main
are
storyline.
curious, we're
I'm
gonna
Whisper's
talk
gonna get
about,
spoiled 'cause I haven't done
the
chapter 2 yet.
story,
Whoopsies.
continuation of the story, and also
Thank you for
quite a lot
that.
of quality of life changes that are coming your way in chapter 3.
What if the water?
taking
What
a
if
quick
water
break.
sealed garden indoors? No, I would still say it needs to take. I would still say it needs to take from your water, because when you look at it, like they make a point, even in the movies, they brought this up from the books of how much water it takes to sustain like the palm trees in Arrakeen, and how the people of Arrakis are willing to sacrifice that because of its emotional and spiritual meaning. So I would say no, even if your garden was indoors and water sealed, it still needs to deplete from the water of your base storage. I would say it needs to be proportionate. If you have a huge ass garden, it should take a shit ton of water. If it's just like a teeny little thing with like a couple trees and some flowers, not as much. It would have to depend on how much you're putting in there. So what you would do is so each tree and each plant would need its water volume assigned to it, and then how much you put into it adds up to that. Because like, I mean, they say how much the palm tree needs in liters, like a day, right? So you would base it off of that. If the Herbert estate has locked this down with how much of you can do in it, that's how you would do it game mechanic wise. And so keep it with established lore. Because Dune is like one of those franchises where it's really hard to get in and mess with stuff because Herbert established so much rules within the lore, right? So it's very hard to get in there and like play with it. I would just want a couple plants. Yeah, like, you know, I would be the crazy person who would want to remake the garden as it is in like the first Dune book, where they walk in and it's like namely that centerpiece and where Jessica finds a message under the plant, you know, and all that. Nothing too crazy. You would just have to make sure you could maintain it, you know. But like a tree or two in like what, like the main area of your house, just be like, oh my god, there's life on the planet. It'd be nice. I really need to find a way to like put that suggestion in somewhere for the dev team to see it. But I would think the best way to add it in would be during their there's a DLC they have that's planned that's just about like the polar regions of Arrakis and all the water that's on the polar regions. So that would probably be theoretically the best place to put it. If this just in, Wispy builds hanging gardens in Arrakis. I damn well straight would. It would take an entire, like, you know, you would have to build it theoretically, like if you're going straight to the lore, you'd have to build it with like where one of the underground reservoirs are. That's pretty much like what you'd have to do. So like where in the books Siege Tabir is, because they have an underground reservoir for Siege Tabir, which they made a bit more religious-y in the movie, but I'm not necessarily against it. Ooh, I got some Twitch drops. Let's go!
To our story segment, and we also talk about quality of life changes that are coming your way with Chapter 3. And we have a new guest, and also very Christmassy guest. You have like, I'm actually a bit sad because I was considering wearing a Christmas sweater.
You got
too,
one dude who's got the
like,
reindeer, and you got the one dude in the tartan. Let's go.
Like, here's all this
Actually, no, I think that's just regular
play,
plaid, but let's
I
go.
love the fact that you are both very Christmassy, very holiday-y. Would you like to introduce yourself quickly, Niels?
Absolutely. I'm Nils, producer for the narrative team.
Hi,
and
Nils.
A couple of other
My
things
homie.
as
I
well.
like this,
I've
guys.
been
I like
here
how
with
this dude
Ola.
writes
I've
Dune
been
lore. He makes me
shaming,
happy inside.
Natasha for not properly dressing up. We're working
Shame.
on that for next year.
Yeah, I will work on it, I
but
promise.
for now, I'm here to help talk about the story.
Yes. Also a face that we've seen on the stream before, and Ole Andreas is of course back, but Ole Andreas, production director on Dune Awakening. Yes, so we'll talk story. There
Time for
might
Wispy to
be
get
some
spoiled.
spoilers. So if you haven't played to the story so far and you do want to avoid spoilers, you should mute right now.
I bet
can
mute
actually,
that doesn't
once
want to
he's
hear
done
me.
talking.
Get
We
spoiled.
won't obviously won't like do use spoilers.
My
But
own
we
fault.
want to talk a little bit about what has happened so far. Not in detail, but we might actually talk about some things that are spoilery. What has happened so far? Where are we going? What's happening? Or what's
Will
coming up? Well,
Zertara
obviously
make
not
a
what's coming
comeback?
up,
Please,
but
I miss
can
him.
expect some teasers maybe.
Same, brother.
So if you don't want to
Me
hear that,
too.
mute us, and then Niels can do a like, I don't know, some hand thing. It's like, now you can come back. And
Chapter 2 ends with you
that
finding out
works.
what you
But
are.
anyway, Niels.
I'll put it, or chapter
Niels,
1 ends with
tell
you
us about
finding
the
out what you
story.
are.
Absolutely. I'll try to
Chapter 2
improvise
starts with you
something
yapping
exciting
with
for you, and maybe
Zertara's
you'll know.
bat.
Yes, definitely going into spoiler territory because there's really no way to keep talking about what's going to happen in the next chapter without at least
Can you
recapping
romance
a little bit of
fade?
where we've
What
been.
the fuck? What?
For those of you still listening, you will know that we've at the end of the launch of the game, we discovered a couple of things. The main one being you are not who you thought you were. You are, in fact, a Gola.
Golas!
And we were also left with the big question of who is it that you were originally made from? in chapter 2, we started exploring that question a little
Ooh.
bit more. We went down 2 different little story threads. One, Fenring's agents being picked off. That whole mystery kind of culminating
chapter 2
with
sounds like it's
finding,
gonna be rad. I gotta play it
our
then.
wonderful friend
Why are you
Thor's,
bonking me, Steady?
dead. And
Why?
replaced, impersonated by a face dancer. So the Beni Talaxu clearly having some level of involvement in.
Of course,
in
the
what's
Beni
going on.
Talaxu are here.
Uh,
Of course they
and
are.
separately from that, we also got to meet up with Aristay again. She had some harsh
Paulina.
revelations thrown her way. Very awkward.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not.
Ooh, that'll be
But
fun.
we also tried to figure out like who is it that you really are, and these are the threads
Paulina.
that we're picking up on again.
Paulina's
here
getting her
with,
world
with
shaked,
chapter
eh?
3. So
They're talking about story stuff, Danny, so watch out. Hi,
hint,
Decky. Good morning. Or, yeah, it's
or
still
a
morning.
clue as to where the face dancer might have ended up.
But it's at the
and we
beginning of
are
chapter
on
2,
the
same.
prowl looking for them again. On the way there, the first piece of content we're going to interact with is the Art of Canley, or this hidden away, unsanctioned arena near Harco, where
Sounds
maybe
right for the
took some
Harkonnens,
inspiration
unsanctioned.
from the books or from the people who watched the second movie, the arena on Giri Prime. And here you'll get an
I
opportunity
recognized it
to
instantly.
get a sense of what it's like to fight through the kind of battles that
That's gonna be cool as
gladiators
hell.
of,
I'm gonna
of
suck
old did.
ass at it, but it's gonna be cool as hell.
It'll be quite fun. We're going to see a little bit of a preview here from a fight between 2 people that those of you who really pay attention might recognize. Most of you will not, because you won't have heard their names before. But these are the people who were in that cell with you back earlier in the game the first time you interacted with Tors.
Oh shit!
You'll get to have some more fun interactions with them as well.
Well, that's cool.
Later on through the game, as we are also introducing a continuation of the faction storyline.
Oh, thank fuck!
That also ties into some of the Lance Red stuff that we'll talk more about later.
Give me more of that Atreides versus Harco.
Yes, I am
Yes.
personally very excited that we kind of reunite with another friend of ours as well. That I am really, I just really like that character. Like,
Please bring back Zoltar. I miss
I'm
him.
similarly a very big fan.
I miss him.
So we got to meet up with Arcee again in chapter 2, and it
That too,
wouldn't
yes.
be fair to the lovers of the Harkonnen if we did not give them some similar fan service. So expect to potentially get a little glimpse of the Na Baron himself again.
Oh, that's right. That guy
sometime
is Spade. That's right.
okay, so
Spade's got hair in this,
also
and it
what-
shocked
what
me
I
because
just
it's
wanted
based
to
off the new
mention is
movies.
that I think I mentioned that to you.
Although he
before,
has, like, red
not
hair
this
in the
team
book, so-
specifically, is that I really love the fact that we have those characters that you know from potentially.
I actually really like
only
how
the
they
movies,
did Fade's character in
but
this game.
many of us know from the books, and I love that we have the opportunity to make them more nuanced, you know, like not like black and white, good and evil.
Well, that's always the thing about Dune. Everything is
nuanced.
nuanced in it. It's just like
and
how
give them
far on the
within
shades
lore,
do you
within
want to
the
go?
universe, kind of like a believable and meaningful.
That's why
kind
Paul
of
in the movie's
character
like, we
arc
have
as
to
well,
become
and a
Harkonnens,
little
and
bit
it
of
was like,
a more nuanced character.
No,
so,
absolutely. I think with,
so beaten up about it, right?
With Fade, I mean, one of the most exciting things was getting to develop him kind of beyond the point that we were allowed to see him in the books, right? Spoilers for those who have not seen the movies or read the books. He does pass away very tragically. Maybe not so tragically. But obviously, in our timeline, you know, it's been 10 years since, and he's had a chance to develop a lot. And like extrapolating what that character would be like by this point with the experiences that he's had, and you know,
Who are they
in a world
talking
where Paul
Is this
not,
Fade's
and
brother
instead there's
they're talking
a lovely young woman who he was intended to be wed to. That's been really, really exciting, and we think.
Oh,
we have
they're
some
talking about
fun
Fade.
interactions with
Okay.
them.
Yeah, I personally really love that aspect, and I still think that while we're exploring that, we also managed to stay really true to the actual universe and, you know, the root of the characters and all that. So I think it's actually very exciting, specifically. Yes, so something that we're gonna touch upon in the quality of life changes, I think we can actually already, we've seen some cool cinematics here Also that we saw in the announcement trailer too from the story. So I'm personally very excited to see where it's going. Obviously, we will continue on the story as well for those of you who really like.
I really hope we
thanks
fix
for
the
the main
problem
story
where
and
textures
also
load in
the
and
lore
out
and
on
kind of
models,
connect the
though,
dots
and
and everything.
cutscenes.
Because the narrative team has been working really hard. They're fantastic writers too. So I'm personally very excited for you to play through this and see where this is going. Now we're going into quality of life changes as well.
This was my attempt at the movement. I don't know how to tell them to that the spoiler is over.
Oh,
We'll see.
oh yeah,
Maybe
okay.
they'll figure it
You
out.
can come back in. It's fine.
Yes.
Forgot about that. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for remembering to bring everyone back in as well. All right. So, Ole Andreas, we have talked about so many things. New system, new mechanics, as we talked about, based on player feedback and a foundation to build upon as well with new exciting things.
See what they do with quality of life.
Besides all of that, we also have quality of life changes in Chapter 3.
Yes, we do read different forums, Reddit, Discord. We listen, we watch YouTube videos. We do read the feedback that people are giving us, and then we try to incorporate that into our plans. And some of those plans match up with chapters like this, and then they turn into quality of life features, which also then sometimes feeds well into the rest of the gameplay loops that we have. So I can start with mentioning the personal glow globe, or the personal light that we talked about earlier, and I've seen a few times already. It's one, I think it's a really good addition to Chapter 3, because it works really well with the Darkness Dungeon and a few other of the locations, which are kind of dark location, and it takes it gives you a light companion. It's a really cool addition, I think. And then, in addition to the new endgame revamp stuff and the additions to Landsrad, we have also added a faction chat to the game as part of Chapter 3. This is going to be exciting. So as soon as you reach, I think it's faction 2,
chat. Yes.
Right now, you will unlock the new faction chat, and then you can basically chat globally in the entire the world that you're on regarding anything faction rated, so you can scheme and make some nice plans.
You can also have a spine there, of course.
Oh, sounds like somebody has plans.
I mean,
ooh, they called Spice Bomb out. Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So then you can start talking about, we want to, like, if you have a Landsrad tile that you really want to coordinate around, you can kind of coordinate using that chat, which is really nice.
Thank God,
Deep
that's
Desert,
going to
we
go
made
far
some changes.
for the faction
I can touch a little bit upon those. Mainly cleaning up a little bit around the shield wall. So we made the shield wall now into one continuous segment with ramps even leading down to the desert. You can see it on the screen here. So you now can drive your ground vehicles all the way up and down the shield wall, the ramps basically. And I know a lot of you guys love doing death races in the deep desert using your tread wheels and sand bikes and whatnot. So now you have a way to get up again as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's really cool. I do want to mention that we have talked about this in a developer update in the past. Our intention is with time to return the deep desert back to its original vision.
Here we go.
Is our intention here. So I just wanted to mention that as part of this as well.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I think the placeable swatches we can go into next. I think it's been seen a few times already, and it's kind of exciting. I really love it. Finally, quite a few of your placeables or your machines, you can now add swatches.
This is going to be
and
so
a lot of these swatches
cool.
are also rewards as part of the new,
I'm excited for this.
the new content that you'll have.
I'm excited for this one.
So now you can have some really unique and personally crafted and tailored or customized bases that you can
also to
build.
answer the question from Kitty Hawks from earlier.
Yes.
Was asking about
Kitty Hawks
nicely
was
spotted, by the way, very
spotted.
nicely spotted. I wonder if other people actually.
I'm really
noticed that
excited
as well.
about this. The team really did a good job there. Yes, another thing is I do want to give a shout out to the base reconstruction tool, even though that was a part of the patch that we just did. It is such a massive update that the team was working on, and it seems to be well received, and it allows the players to take a break. If they
Question: Will
need
we
to,
ever be able to
but
ride a
it's
worm?
also a great tool for moving your base between different locations, or even between different sieges if you want to move it to a different siege. And a really nice quality of life on that base reconstruction tool, which I don't think get enough credit, is you can press X while you're placing it, and it snaps to the original location. Because a lot of people build bases quite intricately into terrain, or like in a location where it's really hard to, like it's really hard if you're gonna try and make it go back there. So you snap it back, and that's perfect. So then you can take your base, move to a different siege, and then you snap it back right there. If you
Unless
want to.
somebody's built there, then you
If
know
the
F.
space is free, of course.
If the space is free.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of sieges. And then I just want to mention that this also ties into our future plans around character transfer and server merges, which there will be more information on soon. That's a different update. And then lastly, the vehicle relocation mode, which is currently slated for Chapter 3. We're testing it now in the NDA PTC, and then we'll test it in the public test client soon as well. Which allows you, so if you have a vehicle that's stuck somewhere, or it's on the same map as you and you just wanted to relocate it to you, you can use that functionality, and you can relocate your vehicle.
Oh,
to you,
ayo. That's
which
nice.
has been a highly requested feature. So
That's nice.
all of these good things are coming in Chapter 3. I'm super excited to share it with you. And
Oh, there you go. Can we
keep
please
giving
have
us
the
feedback
lights
and
made
keep
more
telling us
powerful
what
or
you
a
need.
higher build limit?
I still
I don't
remember
think
back
they'll
when
increase
we
the build
were
limit
early
because they
on
were
in
saying it was
testing, and I
issues
had
with
my very first
engines, I
buggy,
think.
and
But
that was when the physics were a bit different too, and I managed to lodge
if
it
they
in
could make them
between
brighter,
a
that would be
really
definitely nice.
tight gap, and I couldn't get it out because we didn't have like the system in place we have now, so I couldn't take it apart either and stuff, and I was just lost. It was just lost there. It's just like, I'm a horrible driver in games. I'm a really good driver. I'm a very good driver, like in real life. I swear. I think my partner, my boyfriend, would agree to that. He better. But in games, I'm absolutely horrible. I'm really glad we have that functioning game now. Just gonna say that.
Well,
all right. So,
yeah.
sorry.
No, well, even if you're a bad
So, like,
driver in
they
in the
introduced this,
game,
and then someone
we have a
chats
tool
like,
for
if
you.
your
No, we have a
vehicle
tool for
bugs
that.
through the
Yeah,
mesh,
you
then you
should
can
make that
relocate it
our
so we can
motto.
fire more customer
We have a
service
tool
people
for
instead of
that, you
fixing
know,
our
like, do you
game.
have a question?
I
We have a
mean,
tool
isn't
for
that
that.
a fix?
You have an issue? We have a tool for
So,
that. Anyway, we do actually have some questions now for this segment as
I wanted
well.
to bring in all the
right.
tall hats from the
So,
Sci-Fi Channel
The
miniseries.
Trump Cat on Twitch.
Clipped
asked-
Wolf is
the
my
Trump-
homie.
The
Yes.
Trump Cat, sorry, is on Twitch is
Bring
asking,
in that
you romance
spacing,
play
that
Dota?
spice, the Spacing
the real
Guild silly
questions
hats.
here, I like it.
Yes.
Look forward to the future.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not confirming or denying anything, but we have been joking around about it every now and then. There will be some fun things for people who would like to romance him. Certainly coming in here. We
Ooh.
had some very good voiceover sessions with the actor, and he leaned into it well.
Oh man, that's exciting. Okay, all right, there we go. I wasn't expecting the answer. I didn't know that either, by the way. So thank you for asking that question. Kelly T over on Twitch
Sorry,
is asking,
Nate wanted out.
can we get that Atreides blade the guy has in the pit? I actually don't remember.
Oh, from
They're like the pit. What are you talking
The
about?
dual, no, not the dual blades, right? Because those, of course, you can get.
Is that the question? If you get the blades? No.
It was the question is the
like, what
blade
pit?
that Atreides guy had.
We?
Can you get the Atreides blade? Sorry, can you get the Atreides blade the guy has in the pit? Maybe we can go back to.
Yeah, I don't.
If we can.
see it again.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Everyone's like,
again.
wait, what?
I mean, I know.
When you ask such an
some are
oddball
using
question, the
dual
devs have to
blades,
like
because
be
those,
like,
of course,
huh?
you can get, but I'm pretty sure that they mean something. That one.
I mean, this one?
That's just
I
kind of
guess
like
this
the
one.
standard Atreides sword.
Because it has the Atreides salute.
I think we'll have to come back to this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know myself. I have no idea.
Send us a screenshot on social media and ask, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah, tag us. Tag us on social media and we can get back to you because I actually don't know either. So, yeah. All right, we're going to the next question, and apologies, but we'll try to figure that out. for
Fade
you.
Rotha, can we fix him? No.
Mystical Miavar with another question. Why couldn't I have a dialogue option in chapter 2 to tell Arista it wasn't my fault? And I was so sorry. I feel that very much.
We
Yes.
just like to torture you. That's no. I mean, you try, right? She just doesn't really let you because she's a little bit too focused on too many things. It's tough that you had to find out that way, but we know that you were trying your best. It's not your fault.
No,
It's us.
we know. She doesn't know though. That's the important point, you know.
It's definitely your fault.
Oh my God, you're so mean.
This is like such a guy-girl dick. I know. I feel so bad. The guys. Lamau, no. It's your fault.
Yeah. I remember as well the first time I heard about it. I was like, "You're such
That's
a-"
funny.
Anyway,
That was funny.
moving on.
No, it's your fault.
Invin91 on Twitch is asking questions of quality of life. Can we get more circuits to craft and dispatch correctly all components on storage?
Ooh. Good question.
We'll look into it.
All right. Not promising
Good question.
anything, but we never say never. All right. Nice one, Oni on YouTube. Will the swatches also be used for the building pieces so your base can be red or green, etc.?
Not for now. Is what I'm going to answer. So no, it's for the placeables, specifically some of the machines. I don't think every single placeable, but most of them.
All right, we can actually go back to the previous question because we are actually just having confirmation. I mean, like doing this like, oh, I just got confirmation. Like this, how they're doing like, hello, yes, we got confirmation. No, actually, we just heard, or I just heard, that we actually do have faction plates in chapter 3.
There's faction plates.
We have a lot of fun rewards for the
And we
factions.
have Camille
yes.
here actually showing one of them.
Oh, was
off.
that the question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess that was the question, yeah. But
Yes,
probably
there's
didn't do
actually
it, or I didn't-
I
faction
didn't
plates
understand.
and
I didn't
gear.
portray the
Oh,
question
thank
well
God.
enough. I think that was on me.
Yes, we needed
So
that.
there are actually,
We
with the new
needed
faction
that.
tiers, we also have new faction rewards.
Yes,
So,
correct.
And that's one
Tons
of
of
those.
new rewards in chapter
Tons of
3.
new rewards.
She is.
Alright.
I absolutely
So we were able to
adore
answer the question as well.
Natasha. I think that's how you say her name. I'm probably saying it wrong. The PR
another
manager.
question
I
from
absolutely adore
Sarsi-
her. I love Spice Bomb.
Sarsi Phoenix Fire. I apologize. I'm so sorry for butchering your name. It's a really cool name, but it's also difficult. If Deep Desert will be reverted fully, is there going to be other locations for Spice, Sand, and Plastinium ore?
We will take into account when we design and change things to make it viable for different types of playstyles.
All right. Well, there
I
you
can't
go.
commit to anything here now. We're still figuring out design wise and kind of how we want to land it. But when I'm saying we want to take it back to its original vision, I'm being on purpose a little bit vague for now because we still want to kind of nail that balance. But definitely keep giving us feedback like that. We're gonna take it into account as we figure it out.
All right.
So that
And then we have
there's a lot of
question from
internal in the
Winter
team
01
still then
on
about
Twitch.
how
Will
they
you release
want
some of the in-game
Deep Desert to
decoration
be then, as
assets
it
to be
sounds like.
craftable? Examples: carpets, pillows, etc.
There's no plan for that right now. But yeah, keep giving
Alright.
feedback.
All right. DTX Waldo on Twitch. Will there ever be a way to replay story missions?
Well, you can do that by restarting the game and playing a new character. But
Oh my God! Yeah.
it is something we've been discussing. We'll have to see what time brings. But yeah, it's definitely something we've been discussing internally.
All right, and one last question, a spicy one, from Siegewalker over on YouTube. Can we have arena PvP combat on demand?
I mean, there's so many cool players building their own PvP arenas, so it's already kind of possible. But I guess they're asking for something more structured, in a way. Also, something we're discussing internally. This I'm not committing to anything here now because this is all about chapter 3 now. I want us to focus on that, but definitely something we have been discussing internally.
Alrighty, and that was the last question for this particular segment. Now,
Lame answer. How about not relying on players to build your
No, we
content?
actually- we're
Do
gonna
people
look
not
at-
understand that,
We're
like,
not opening the giveaway just yet, so don't start spamming. You have more than enough time to
that
enter the giveaway
that
for
is
later
part of
when
an
we open it up.
MMORPG is
But what we're gonna do
giving
now,
players the space to
after we
make
take
their
another
own
quick break
content.
is
Now, sure,
we're
I
gonna
think
look
they should
at
probably
the
add in like an
optional
official arena.
content,
That would be
that you
fun.
can pay for,
But
our
if the
paid
players have
DLC
come up with it on their own
called,
and they are doing it as a community, you don't want to take that away from them.
Raiders, not Riders.
Lands.
Raiders of the Broken Lands.
Ooh,
right
okay,
after the
here,
break.
next DLC, let's go. Oh, a break first. People loved it. A lot of PvPers are very upset because they felt the game was sold as a PvP game. I think it was... I really think they were trying to make both camps happy by staying with like how lore-wise the Deep Desert is, where it is open PvP. But I don't think they kind of understood. Voices, hello. Mwah. Thank you for your resub, brother. 32 months. I don't think they quite grasped how many people wouldn't want to go to a PvP section, and then also their combat system kind of doesn't like fully support a nice PvP system, because a lot of players don't understand this as well, is that there is only so much one can do internal testing and then seeing how a player base reacts to it, right? In terms of like playing it and what a player base will do, because players will find ways to do shit that a dev team like didn't consider. Like, I mean, it happens in every game. So this is what I'm back to arguing with this one dude in chat. Because this one guy is like, this was supposed to be an endgame update. There's nothing about Deep Desert. Well, they literally just showed how they're adding a ton of new stuff to endgame that isn't just Deep Desert. So they're giving people options to do dungeons. They're giving people options to... I do wish they went a bit more into the Landsrad changes. I do wish they went a bit more into that. And explaining that in a bit of a more thorough detail, but like they just explain like different ways that you're going to be able to engage in the end game. It's not just the Deep Desert. The Deep Desert will be your main place for spice, probably, although it sounds like whatever they're considering, they're thinking about maybe considering adding spice to whatever other, you know, place they do other than the Deep Desert. I think the Deep Desert should be where you can get the most spice though. Like, you know, 50 more minutes of work. Hey, yo. Oh, you have to DM me something? Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. So now we're going to talk about the paid DLC. Optional paid DLC. Again, we have to iterate here that it's only cosmetics in the DLCs. Also, because we did actually learn from the previous DLC, maybe Ole Andreas, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, we continuously like see what you guys think of what we put out there, and we try to learn from it. And I mean, with the last DLC, we had some issues with the expectation around how many building pieces there were. We did address that, and the team worked really well on fleshing out the set, and now it's a really good set, I think, in the first one. So in chapter 3 and onwards, we're gonna be super clear.
Somebody
transparent,
save me from
predictable
going to work. That's
on
gonna
what
be
is
me the
included
next 2
in
days,
a
I feel
DLC. Yeah, I guess we can jump into it. So it's a
I do
very,
wish they had
like,
talked about server
very
merging too.
transparent package, if you want it.
Yes. And we also learned that people really like building pieces. So
They
going
really
forward,
do.
Going
I
forward,
also.
it will be very clear what's paid and what is free content, thematic-wise as well. So
Yeah, they need to
yeah.
specify that a bit better
Let's
too.
take a look at
Hey Viper, what's up, hun?
Maybe we can look at the infographic first. What is included
Yeah.
while
let's
we get ready to show
jump
it
into
to you in
that.
game.
Okay,
Yes.
Rise at
It's
74.
a meaty one. Can I just say that
Weapons,
because
It
it
is.
has
armors and
over
still suits,
100 things.
buggy
in this
raider
deal, so it's actually
variant,
kinda crazy.
a swatch.
It
Yeah,
is.
the swatch is okay.
I mean, I'm
it's not my
super
kind of color
happy
scheme, but it's not
for
too
the
bad.
building set. It's 74 pieces of
That
the
sandy
Smuggler's
note.
building set.
And the
then
decor
you
pieces are
have
nice.
the armor and still suits for the smugglers. You have a light and heavy and a still suit. And then you have the 17 smuggler.
I mean, the color swatch is
decoration
okay. They're
pieces.
just not
There's
my
some
color
really
scheme.
nice
That's all.
furniture and bookshelves and cool placeables in there. Then you have the smuggler weapon variants, and then a raider buggy variant, which looks super cool. You have a swatch that is themed as the smugglers, and then you have 2 new emotes. So I think the next thing is we're gonna actually dig in and
We're gonna
look at
jump
it.
into the live version of those. Yes.
I think see Camille here getting his ornithopter ready.
So it's a
Actually,
full
look at,
building set,
These things here.
See
as
there.
in like
Our resident
versus like
builder
what
Tor Eagle, of course,
Dune Man
again,
had.
has built an absolute masterpiece with these new
Shout out to Toregel.
building pieces. Shout out to Tor Eagle, you magician, you.
So-
Absolutely.
Really
Yes,
love
as you
these
see here,
windows.
it's really gracefully built into the actual terrain and the geology.
This one dude on the team
it's
is
a
just
really
paid to
unique
build
set.
bases, that I like this
I
guy.
think we talked about it a bit earlier. Like they're scavengers, kind of by nature and by trade, but they're not scavenging, and it's not like a low quality crafted or ragged.
Yeah, it doesn't look cheap.
They
at all.
really do care, and they put quality and careful craft into what they make. So it's got a sense of quality to it. But yeah, it's kind of, what do you call it? The style kind of.
What did I call it earlier when we were looking at it? I don't remember what I
No,
said
I
actually.
don't remember either. Maybe you want to comment on the style.
So with the smugglers, we try to keep several things in mind. We have here a very organized group that is kind of subsisting on the resources that exist on Arrakis. Obviously, they are able to acquire things from other places, but when comparing them to other kind of bigger name factions like the Atreides, the Harkonnen, they don't have the same kind of
Have a good drive, Val.
production
Stay
base
safe.
available to them. that,
Basically, the
these
dude's like, the
great
deep
houses
desert
do.
is a critical issue and needs to be
So
fixed now.
while they
But
are
you know,
the
the thing
more
is you could
distinguished
fix the
of
deep desert, but
groups
if there
you're
was
gonna
still
find
nothing to
on,
grind for,
on
people
Arrakis,
still wouldn't want to play the deep desert.
They are still kind of salvaging a lot of their materials from.
I
things
love the
like,
details
you
in
know,
this set, though,
fallen
like the little details that
highliners
are on the
or
couches
things
and
that
stuff.
exist
I
within
wish
the
the
world.
couches and stuff were scaled
Far
bigger,
Cry,
though,
of
because your
course,
character
from
looks
the
so big
scavengers
when
who
they
have to
sit on
scavenge
them.
to survive. They have created something that is much more refined and that suits kind of the ambition levels that they have. So style-wise, that's kind of where, from an art perspective, we've been trying to focus on finding a way of communicating that.
It looks so good though, especially from the inside, the windows.
I know. I love how the windows look so
Me
different from
too.
the inside to the outside
Yeah.
as well. They get
Yeah.
a completely different feel to them.
Here we also see the whole overview of all the different
There's
pieces. that
so
you're
many.
getting
Like
with
this is for
set.
all of you builders out there, and that you want a new style to mix and match, or just completely do your own smugglers base with. This is perfect for you. You sit in your chair.
Yeah.
You also see a nice. You got the still
Comfy
suit
bed. Oh, okay, you're talking about the still suit.
on stylish as ever, and yeah, the comfy bed as you see.
I also
No,
really
it's-
like the lamp for some reason. I really like the lamp.
I actually saw on the
It's so good.
NDA PTC that a lot of people commented on that, so
Very cool.
it's really cool.
Yeah, for some reason I really, really like the lamp because it looks very different as well from anything else we have in the game so far. And also the little pieces, of course, that you can place, little placeables.
And this base
Gorgeous.
is
So
only this building set and the decoration pieces. So this
Yeah.
is just built with the smuggler set.
So everything you see here, yeah. And of course the ornithopter skin as well.
No, the ornithopter skin
No.
is a normal
Oh,
chum
that's
one.
a normal one. I'm sorry. Apologies
Yeah.
for that.
There's another Thopter skin. That one's really
Yeah,
nice
if you
looking.
think
I
you
like
have
I like that.
The Raider buggy skin in there as well.
Oh yeah, it's the buggy.
Nice little lamp
Oh,
there.
the lights are
It's
nice.
really, really cool.
The ornithopter's is fitting the theme so well, so it's just like my brain just zoned down. It's
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
yeah, that looks perfect.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then now that you can swatch your placeables, you can use the same swatch to make your placeables look in the same style.
I do dig that. That is so
yeah,
cool.
look at that.
Earthy.
We can make our large spice refinery look like Iron Man since
many
we call it
options. I love it.
internally the arc reactor.
So yeah, this will be
I died to
available at the
Tequila
same time
Snowball.
as, Chapter 3 launches, and you can go on Steam and you can buy it there.
Right. Yeah, so there you have it. A lot of content, free, and then also the DLC here is coming your way with Chapter 3. It's around the corner. We're looking at early 2026, depending on testing.
Early 2026 is still kind of
before we
vague.
take
Like I would
another
like a
quick
more
break before-
nailed
Maybe I
down, but
can
it sounds
mention-
like it's
did we
due to
announce
QA
PTC now,
testing.
or did we not?
No, I was going to do it at the end, but you can do it now. You can do it now. Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, okay. Since we're talking about testing and everything, and we're, it's shipping in early 2026. Tomorrow, this is going live on our PTC.
Okay, so they're
servers.
testing stuff
more
to
information
go.
about,
Okay,
time
so
and
depending
so
on
on.
how this testing for the
And
PTC
right now
goes is
we're
when it's
going
probably going to
early
be
with-
coming
yeah,
out.
sorry,
Okay.
going to PTC with it quite early because we really want your feedback and your thoughts and what you like, so that we have some time to actually tune
Okay.
it and kind of adjust it as people give us feedback. So please check it out. Tell us what you think. Give us feedback. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So before we go into another very quick break, where we have a last round of Q&A as well, we're going to start our giveaway. So now you're actually allowed to spam chat with exclamation mark AWOO with 2 O's. AWOO.
AWOO.
Are you making fun of me? That was a nice AWOO.
No, I just
Come on.
love how that's become a
It's
thing.
a meme, I know.
I don't know. I'll just
I
type in
joking.
AWOO and see what we
I
get.
still love it. I think it's. I still wish he was in the game, but anyway. For those of you who came in later, you won't know where this is coming from for the vets among us here in chat. So yeah, yes. So the giveaway will unfortunately only be open to Twitch. At this point, I am very sorry about this. I apologize to YouTube, to our community over in YouTube. And also, we are going to... I'm getting there, Ignacy. I'm getting there. He's talking my ear.
AWOO. See, look,
So,
even the dev
also,
team
we're
understands
giving
the power of
away 2
AWOO.
main
See, they
games,
get it. Have I
3
missed?
deluxe upgrades,
Pretty much everything. This is the end
and
of the stream.
10
Cypher.
DLCs
But we'll
of
go.
your
I'll go over it
choice.
on
So,
the big
spam
stream
away,
tonight after we do the
while we go
Kitas
into
on
a
Black
quick break
hard pulls
and
on
then go back
Uma
into
Musume.
answering some of your questions.
But yeah, they are revamping the Lands Red system. I just do wish they went more in depth with it, but they're completely changing how you get points with the with it all. They're changing how the rep works with it. They're increasing the rep for the houses, as in terms of like Atreides or Harkonnen. It sounds like the Deep Desert revamp may not. I don't know. I think it's going to happen during Chapter 3, but I don't think it'll be at the launch of Chapter 3, which is what this was about. They're adding in instanced testing stations where you can change the difficulty with it. And you can get, there's now weapon augments. Awoo! And with the weapon augments, you can change stuff about your build. They're, so they are doing a lot, and they are doing a lot of stuff to try and add to the customization. I just think they need to be a bit more detailed in their dev streams for people to kind of follow. I mean, this was a pretty long dev stream, though. This had a lot of good stuff in it. It's just people want, like, a direct answer, answered in an exact certain way, and they want to hear what they want to hear. In the sense of, like, people are like, so basically what it is people want to PvP in one area and PvE in another. So now they're going to have to design, if the dev team decides to go with that, they have to designate an entirely different PvE farming area and still make it where there is a lure to go, like, to go do the PvP side other than you just, like, PvPing. And that's going to take some figuring out what to do. And people are ticked that they haven't figured it out yet. But it's like, that takes a lot of back and forth And to me, I would rather them first change the reward system in the game and the faction element of the system of the game, so that when they do change Deep Desert, you have you have the stuff in place that you want to go farm for and you want to do. Right? Like, there's no point in like if they reverted the Deep Desert and then they opened the new PvP area, let's say they decide to do that, and there's still nothing to farm for or ways to change your character or ways to like engage you playing the game differently, what's the point then? Because then you're waiting on the update that's got all the stuff that you want to be able to farm for. I'm streaming this early because of the dev stream. We're gonna be stopping soon, and then I'm gonna have my regular stream later tonight. That's how I feel about the rewards on Bleach Brave Souls. Like, I come from this, like, from a point of view of someone who's played MMO RPGs. And my big issue with 14 right now is I don't want any of the gear in the game. There's no reason for me to farm and do this content because I don't like the rewards I get. I don't want to waste my time with it.
And welcome back again to our last Q&A segment. And
so
also,
if you don't have a good reward system and what people want to farm for, then changing how they farm it for is kind of still just blah, right?
2 main copies of
but I do understand the people who want the
PvP
PvP stuff fixed. I do get it.
If you win, we will send you a DM on Twitch, just so you know.
Ah, woo.
Ah, woo. All right, let's get started with
One
some
person off
questions.
off
We have another
camera.
question from Kitty Hux. Will we be getting Atreides Harkonnen variants for our carriers and crawlers?
No.
Why?
No.
For carriers, yes.
Oh, sorry. Carriers,
For carriers, yes.
Sorry, my brain was...
Carriers,
in a
yes, but
different
not the...
place. Yes, for carriers, yes,
And
but no crawlers.
No crawlers. Okay,
All
interesting.
right, next question from
Oh, wait, no, that
Jody,
makes sense.
610 on YouTube. With the southern half of the Deep Desert currently PvE, but still containing PvP pockets at objectives, do you plan to adjust the layout or incentives so PvP remains engaging?
We don't have a solid plan currently, like what I think, Woola, you said it earlier, that we intend to bring the Deep Desert back to the original plan or the original vision for it, basically, but there is some more figuring out that needs to be done exactly how that manifests.
We're currently working on how to... We're currently working through the designs and like direction and how we figuring out how we want to actually in detail solve it. But I mean, we will take both PvP and PvE into account whenever we do.
So
this,
it's not just fully reverting it back to launch. They want to make it better than what it's at
Talk
launch.
to me on Twitch is asking, where are we with server transfers, merges?
Yes.
Yes, we are working on both server or character transfer is what we're calling it, which is basically allowing your character to transfer between one world to another, is very close. The team is just wrapping up the small minor details now, and we're doing testing, and then also making sure that it works well with everything. And the team is basically almost there with it. So expect that one to land soon. It will work with your character, your bases, vehicles, all of that. You'll be able to just back up your base and transfer over, basically. And then server merges is a little bit further away, but also the team is actively working on it, and it's
so you're going to be able to
approaching
transfer
the later
servers
stages
and
of
then they'll
development,
merge
I would
servers.
say,
It
right
sounds
now.
like okay.
You wanna
I can just say
Interesting.
that they are using sort of the same tech, basically. So like one thing has to happen before the other.
Okay.
good to go.
See,
But
that's
it
what we
was-
need to know.
Everything
These
is
things,
connected, of course, in one way or another.
because they made it sound connected, but they're not
Rest
connected.
Corner on
Okay.
YouTube, will the third Landsred faction still be coming?
That's a lore question. I think I can dodge that one.
Nils is not here anymore. We just, yeah.
If this is the third faction in terms of the Landsrad or something, the end game, then it's still a TBD. We'll see.
Well, given they have to fix all this
Question
stuff
on
first, you
Twitch,
can't just
would
drop
it
a
be
new
possible
faction
to create
yet.
a
That's
separate
fine.
augment tab so it doesn't clutter the inventory?
Ooh.
We don't have plans for that, but that's a suggestion that we should consider.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So keep sharing
100%.
through our channels, Discord and such. Warlord Platypus over on Twitch is asking, can we carry passengers between overland locations in our ornithopters?
No, but that would be nice.
Warlord Platypus.
No.
Great name.
It is something that we have been looking at, and we might look at it again. It is it is a bit of a tricky problem to solve. It's not like we don't want it. It's just that it's technically a challenge to solve. And right now, as a company, we also and as a team, we also have to focus on solving other problems. So
Okay.
it's not a current focus, but it's definitely something we have been looking at in the past. So yeah.
All right. Arc Space Quest is asking, what will the new building items be made from? I've actually pinged our resident builder because I have to admit, none of us three here was actually sure. We weren't sure. I'll see if I can. I don't think Todd Egan has answered. I'll try to get back on that question in regards to detailed information about the building.
I would expect it is the same as you would build with the other ones, like the Atreides and. If you're talking about the smugglers,
it will be Blastone most
but we
likely.
can
From the
confirm.
DLC.
I know BBS is a gacha game that
So
there's certain
if we
rewards I
get
want more than others.
confirmation on that, will definitely let you know. Can we sleep in beds now? Space Code 1 is asking.
No, but we have been looking at that as well. Again, it's not a focus right now, but yeah, keep giving feedback like that. Something that we might look into the future.
So we have another question that is in regards to the building set that we also not 100% sure of. Will we get half wide walls and floors? I'm guessing that's also in regards to the new building set. I would kind of expect so, but I'm actually not sure. I have to admit.
I don't remember. Like in my head, it's like 74 pieces. I do think so, but
Same.
But I'm not 100% sure. So we
They're
should
also,
confirm
to what
this.
you're
Yes,
saying,
so I
Cypher,
did
like
ping,
these particular
Tony
questions
about that as
aren't for
well.
the, like they don't have
If
the
he has
people who
time to
do the
answer,
designing and the
definitely
build
update,
on the set.
reply to
So
that.
they don't have the direct answer
So
to
Venus
that. I
is asking,
I
will
do
the
think they
relocate tool
need,
for the
you know, a bit
vehicles
more
work on
detailed info
vehicles
on those
stuck
though.
in
You're not
social
wrong.
hubs? Good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
We will check before we ship it, and then we will see what
Yeah,
happens.
that's.
Vehicles stuck in social hubs.
How is your vehicle getting stuck in social hubs? That's.
Did you go to the bar and have a few too many?
Oh.
You couldn't drive home because you were too drunk. So
No, but
I don't
that is
think it's in
interesting.
the.
Okay, no, that's a fair
it's
question not to
meant
know
for
the
those
answer to.
kinda
That's like a weird
edge
technical
cases.
bug
So
issue.
it-
If you
Okay,
can't drive, don't drive.
interesting.
Technically, vehicles cannot spawn in social hubs, but I think I understand what they mean. I mean, we'll look into it. Yeah. And yeah, just please make a request or something for someone to look into it.
I think currently the tool only it's only on the same map, right?
It's all on the same map, and you can't use tools in social hubs, so you can't do it. But I don't know if what the problem is. I don't know if the problem is that they're stuck in the social.
They're trying to figure out the guy's
I have to make
question
sure you get
too.
the microphone.
Yep.
Alrighty. Rashid Williams is asking, will there be an attachment to God of Flower Sand with crawlers?
Danny's question.
Flower sand with crawlers. Not in the plan currently.
Told
So
you.
you still have to go onto the sand, dare your life with the.
Use the compactor.
I mean, you could just naked run
Or
like
naked.
I do.
You can naked. Yeah, you can. You can just hand collect.
Nothing is like gathering some flower sand early in the morning, naked on the sands of Arrakis.
You have some really weird hobbies, only Andreas. Let me just say that. Like, okay, interesting, but yeah, let's not iterate on that further. Not yet. Maybe next time. Grumfiel is asking, will there be a way to go back to another faction if you already swapped faction one time already? So, defect twice.
No. If you defect once,
They don't trust
they
you
won't
anymore.
have you back.
They don't
Sorry.
trust you anymore. Nope. Gotta
Interesting.
choose your gotta choose your you gotta choose your way properly here. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, made sense in my head. Drew Lopez is asking, is there any announcements about console release date?
No announcement. We are working on it. We have builds running, and it's looking pretty good. There's some cool adjustments, or like we're customizing also quite a bit for the console, so it's
Oh.
using different elements of it, like the different what do you call it, like technologies of the controller, etc., etc. So it's coming along quite nicely, but no release date. It'll
Okay,
be
that's
late
good. So
next year
internally,
is,
it's still
what
going
we said
good,
so
though.
far.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right. Lupus8841 is also asking, what about building items like lamps? Will they be raised to like the limits? Sorry, building limits.
No, mostly this is mostly a performance concern, to be honest. So we'll, like, as we keep working on the game, we continuously optimize, we continuously look at things like this.
Okay, so
If we see
not
that
right
we
now,
have
but
the
maybe in the
option
future.
to raise it, we will definitely do so, because it's one of the things that is requested. But right now, performance is the limiting factor, and
Because you have to make it
yeah.
performable on
So
consoles too.
maybe in the
right?
future. For now, no.
All right, House Atreides on YouTube. Any word on allowing fabricators and storage set to faction permissions, similarly to how they can be set to public or guilds?
Oh, interesting.
So
Faction permissions
Faction permissions on
on
placeable.
fabricators and storage.
Oh, right.
So you can say any Harkonnen can access this.
That is not on the plans, but it's also an interesting idea.
See,
Can
so
be
that's
just
something
nice
they
to
hadn't
faction
considered.
only.
You can just put it to public, and then you say like Atreides only, like write a sign above it.
No Harkonnen allowed.
Yes.
I
And then you have like snipers hidden in the different mountains.
It's a cool idea, though. I like that. Yeah.
See, there you go.
I mean,
the team hadn't
the idea
considered that. They
from
like the
our
idea, though.
player.
Yeah,
Yours,
yeah,
yours is
mine
fun too.
is-
Yours
yeah.
is fun too in another way. So Evil Angel is asking, will it be possible to restore completely broken armor, weapons, and equipment?
Currently not on the plans,
Hmm.
but recycle.
Yes. And then Connor Michael is asking on YouTube, are any adjustments or balances going to be made to cripple strike?
Yeah,
Thank
I don't
you.
know much about this one, so.
We,
They're like, oh
we are
boy.
currently not doing balancing on Cripple Strike. I think with what Alex talked about earlier with the stamina cost and things like that, we will see how that's received basically. So we do want to do a full assessment of combat and balance, but I feel that we have reacted maybe a little bit too quickly in some cases, and in that, because of that, the game has drifted in a way that we didn't really predict because we didn't fully understand the consequences of things we did. We fixed some bugs, and that had consequences that we didn't fully understand at the time. And I think that we need to take a step back and look at where we are, and also define clearly where we are going. We are not at that
Yes.
stage yet, but there are changes that you'll see when you play, but it's not going to be
That's a
full
lot of the
package,
problems I
that
think the
people
dev
are-
team is
are
having
hoping
is they're
for,
not very
just yet.
clear, and I wonder if a lot of it is because English is so much of their second language. I know
Alrighty,
the
let's see if
PR manager had
questions.
mentioned like it's hard to express things in English sometimes. So I'm wondering if that's a lot of an issue they're having of like defining exactly
Whoa.
what they want.
Also, I
Is
am
the
checking
communication.
in if- how we're doing
I don't
on
want to
the
be permalocked from
giveaway.
going to back to
Still
Harco.
going, that's good too. So remember, exclamation mark,
I mean, you're welcome to make
if
a
you
new
wanna have
person
a
with
chance
us.
to
You're
have
welcome.
either
Do it
winning
ahead of the
two
server merges.
full
It sounds like
game
server merges is a
versions,
bit far off, but
3
they're going to do
deluxe
character
upgrades,
transfers
or
first.
1 of 10 DLCs of
Hey,
your
Jordan.
choice. Okay, we have Alan Estrada. I think he had a question, or they had a question earlier too, on YouTube. Can we please have the higher tower fabricator craft the lower tier stuff as well?
Good question.
Probably
That
a
would be
question
nice.
For
So it's
No.
a tricky thing in a way, because like the more we optimize like this, the less need you'll have to expand your base. So we
Oh,
are actually
good point.
careful and making sure that we want players to have all the things so that they will have to keep engaging with the building loops.
Oh, I
and build things bigger,
see.
bigger.
Atreides!
So we are not planning to do that just now.
Okay. No, I see what they're saying. No, I see their logic
Okay.
behind it. It's just
And
annoying
another
as a
question
player, but
from-
I
from
see where they're coming from.
Pixosis24 from YouTube. When
Interesting.
will this build be on the test server? We actually mentioned that already, but you can go into that again.
I can repeat it.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Might have missed it. Tomorrow. Yes, will be available tomorrow. Is it going to be a bigger party size? I mean, we had kind of a question like that already, but we can iterate on that.
There'll still be 4
Yes.
player party size.
Okay. Actually, I got some answer here as well now. So there are half walls indeed in the.
Okay,
I'm
there's half
sorry,
walls.
have
And
Half
we weren't
walls
lying or
confirmed.
No, I was
hallucinating.
pretty sure. I just wasn't 100% sure. So
They
yeah,
do
there
need
will
to
be
have like
half
all the stuff
walls
laid out
in
for that
these
kind of
builds
questions
and
on these
in the
things, I think,
DLC.
beforehand for sure.
Also, I should get an answer anytime now regarding the actual material being used. But we have another question though. No, actually we answered that question already. But I got the answer now regarding half floors, but not triangle floors. All right, that kind of was the answer from our resident builder regarding the question for the DLC. Also now we have what material. So let's see if you can answer that as well. All right, but I think... Okay, that's actually a question from Nicole. What faction did you... I mean, people know I picked Harkonnen. I mean, come on. What factions did you guys pick, though? Nicole wants to know.
Atreides.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, my man.
I picked Atreides. I'm not exactly sure because in Anarchy Online I click Omnitech all the time. So
yeah, there you go.
I surprised myself a little bit with
the bad
Atreides,
ones.
but I
My
went for
man.
Atreides, yeah.
Let's go.
Goody two-shoes, which they are really not, though. Let's just say that. Pretending to be.
I have not defected yet, so maybe one day.
You're planning
No,
to
he
defect.
better
There
stay
we
at
go.
Atreides.
All right, so I am just checking in on what's going on if we have our winner draw sometime soon. It's being worked on, so we can discuss a bit more. Okay, so I want to ask you actually, because there's so much in this new chapter.
So much.
What is your favorite thing, though? Can you even choose, because you both have been working on pretty much all
So-
those as in your
I think
in your
for
roles?
my sake, I mean, it's connected. I think if I were to choose one thing, I would were
Yeah.
to choose the difficulty scale dungeons, or sorry, the
No,
testing
my
stations.
favorite
I
thing is
think those are my
definitely
favorite
the
thing,
way that
because
you're
I will
engaging
always
in the
wanna be able
lands,
to
Rad,
challenge
and
myself to
giving more
something
weight
a
to
bit
the
harder.
factions, for
I'm
sure.
very
That's
glad
my
that
favorite
we're
thing so far.
allowing
I want to see
both
how it's going to
the
play
people
out,
who play
but from
solo
what
or
they've
duo
showcased, I
or-
really
or
like that.
trio or 4-player parties to participate in them and challenge themselves. But I think that's the one thing I'm looking the most forward to, because I want to be able to beat it at 99 difficulty. I was trying 10 the other day with Jeff, when the person next to me in the office.
Oh, and the fact
we
that that
got
one set has
hammered.
like
It
double
was so
door,
hard,
like
during the
two-story
duos.
doors
But it was
for the buggies.
ton
Oh,
of fun,
thank God!
so
I'm so happy about
That is
that.
probably my one
That's-
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Oh.
think definitely
That needs to be
hands down,
retroactively
the new
added
bosses,
in.
the new testing stations, basically, because they are much closer to the vision that we had for how they would be, basically. But time and being what it is, we didn't manage to fully get there. But now this is actually what we all wanted them to be. All have them themed, have bosses, and also the fact that we finally have we have instancing, we have a difficulty scaling, and we're basing it not just on how difficult you choose it to be.
they
to be,
definitely
but
also
how
need
many
to be
are
able to
going
put
in
more
there. So,
content
those are
into the
things
game
that,
for sure.
as an old gameplay designer, it's like to me. It's
But
like,
I
of
also
course we're
don't
going
think
to
they
do that,
expected
and now
people
we've
to
done
like
it, and,
this
it's
be
looking
their
really
no
good,
lifer
actually.
game, right?
Exciting.
Because they're probably
And I
basing
think
it off
as
of how
a
Conan
survival
people
game,
play.
which
So
Dune is,
I think there's a misjudge
it's
on
cool
that.
we're
Maybe.
going so deep
Okay.
into the system.
Revamped
side
in-game
for me,
pos- here we go.
I'm looking forward to the grind.
Here's your
For me,
end game
it's gonna
progression
be an
revamp
exciting-
right here,
exciting
people.
grind.
Yeah.
Lands
me
Red
too,
has
like,
been
I
revamped.
am
Faction
quite
rank,
blind,
specialization
but, I love
progression,
the
5 new
whole,
challenge locations. They will need to add more in the future
min-maxing
for sure.
aspect of it, because
Augment
I'm a
progression
stickler for
and
that. Like,
repeatable
I
testing
wanna get the
stations.
best gear possible, the best
So
RNG,
this is
and
what you can
yeah,
do
so I'm
outside of
not-
just
for
the
that.
deep
Even if
desert.
it doesn't need to be a grind, I will grind.
So
the hell
that's
out of
why
it.
there's
Yeah,
this,
okay.
and then
Sorry,
deep
am I not
desert will
allowed
be
to
That's
say
later.
it?
fair.
Maybe not.
All right. So I hear that we're already actually we're already reaching out to the winners. So we actually have winners
Oh well,
already.
congratulations to the winners.
Do we have all winners? So should we just stop with the giveaway? we can move on. So unfortunately, for those of you who haven't gotten, or we're in the process of DMing you if you won, but with that said, the giveaway is over. There, so here we go. Okay. Maybe we can have the infographic up again to see.
I think
how
how they
beefy
should.
this
I think
update
how
is
they
going
should
to
have
be. I
phrased
think
it
really, like,
was
this is
by
all the stuff that's
saying
coming
that
for free.
the revamp
all the
isn't
new
going to
systems,
be
as we mentioned,
just
based on
the
player feedback,
Deep Desert. We are adding
based
more
on,
to the
like,
game
discussions that we're
outside of just
following
the Deep
on
Desert, and then
Reddit,
Deep
on
Desert
social
revamp
media,
will be coming
on
after
different
this
types of
launches.
forums in our
I
Discord,
think that would have
of
been a
course, as
better
well.
way to communicate it.
I
Since
think it's a very,
as of now,
very,
the
very
only
good foundation that we
end game
have
has
built
been
here
Deep
to
Desert, so
really
that's why
also,
people
you
were
know,
expecting
expand
Deep
on
Desert, right? So I
We got some exciting plans
think
in the
they
future
should've
building on top of this and
nailed that
and
down a
fleshing out other
little
aspects
better
of the
with
game.
that.
So look forward
It's
to that.
almost done,
I mean,
yeah.
the game has been out for only 6 months already. It's sometimes it's like mind blowing.
Yeah,
Man, it's only been 6
it's
months?
actually
Holy shit.
6 months.
hard to.
It feels
to
so
think
much
about that.
longer.
And I'm super excited because we have a ton of stuff for
Hard to
you
remember
all
that.
to share and play in chapter 3. Did you have something on?
Hold the mic. I just wanted to like I have the memory of a goldfish, so I have to have cheat sheets, and it's like these are the things that I wanted to talk about. But there's quite a lot.
All
A
right.
flower and attachment to the
So
crawler.
here you have the graphic again, and yeah, I think with that. No, wait, we actually had 3 more questions now. I just remembered. I think we
More questions.
Did we? Just making sure I didn't forget anything. No, we have all the questions that
No,
were related to me.
I
answered,
was
so
too late
that's
with my
great. So we got that out of
question.
the way. So with that said, thank you so much for watching.
You're
Thank you
welcome,
for being on
Dev
this journey
team.
with
Thank
us.
you for having
we really do
everybody.
appreciate it. If you haven't yet, update your client to get the free DLC, or not DLC, but it's a pack.
Yeah,
It's
there's
quite
a
pack,
free
not confuse
pack that
anyone.
has all these
With
extra
those
little goodies
really
in it that I haven't
fun
messed with yet. We're gonna
placeables,
look into
the
that tonight
strategy
too.
table and the little things you can play with. There you see it again. I'm a huge fan of this. I just like little tidbits like
Thank
this.
you for
that
the
are cool
hydrate.
playing as well. It's just like beautifying your base. Very cool things. And also remember to follow our socials, Dune Awakening everywhere. Join our Discord. Keep giving us feedback. Possibly, if possible, constructive feedback that we can really work with as well, because we do actually love constructive feedback. It's important.
Yeah,
to
there's a
us.
difference between constructive
yeah, I
feedback
think
and then just yelling
Other
and
than
then just
that,
yelling at the devs.
I'm just getting a message here. Okay, all good.
No PvP update, no mention
All
of
right,
player
yeah,
decline.
that
We are
was it.
cooked.
Thank you
says
so much
someone.
to my
Thank
guests
you.
here, Viljar and Ole Andreas.
Thank you.
And we do, of course, hope to see you for the next stream, and stay hydrated, sleepers.
Stay hydrated, sleepers, they say. Thanks for watching. Oh, it was a good dev stream, honestly. Yeah, they will definitely need to make a more of a statement, I think, about what their plans for the Deep Desert and all of that are for sure. We'll yap a bit more about this later tonight, guys. I gotta go get some stuff done. I gotta get a nap in. I gotta get my workout in. I gotta do a lot of stuff. I'm glad that they took the time though to do quite a long stream to do that. So we will be rating out. Let me just check if the person on Twitch that Kelly has suggested is still streaming. Because knowing my luck, they are not, and that is just kind of how my life tends to roll with these things. You know, it is what it is. Yes, she is. Okay, so this is a player that Kelly has found. She is a fellow, like, Atreides fan, and she plays Dune and all of that. So, we will go ahead and raid out to Morning here over on Twitch, guys. Here's our raid message. YouTube, thank you guys for hanging out. Like I said, we'll be doing Kitazan Black Pulls tonight and Uma Musume, and then we will be doing, we'll be playing Dune. And so we can yap all about the dev stream and all that then. You guys have a fantastic rest of your afternoon. I will see you guys tonight. I usually say veg well, but there's no vegging well. So have a good rest of your day. Be productive. Tell Wispy all about it when we get back. I'll see you guys soon.